Well, apparently it says we're live, so welcome to Heist. I'm Bradley Hackworth, joined by Jonathan Ems, otherwise known as Doc. How we doing?
Greetings, fellow humans.
How's it all going?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's a stressful, it's a week of nothing happening except just constantly tense of my own making. And apparently I'm a redhead tonight, but okay.
Well, a little bit, yeah. No, that's not entirely true, except for that redhead bit at the end there. You are quite gingerish. Like, don't know what happened to your lighting. But you were just telling me that you're in talks for a potential gig. Like that is
Yeah.
of your own making, and that is not pure stress. That is something to be proud of, dude.
Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see when you know that
Doc,
when if I either
you've been doing this for 2 weeks, and you already are in talks. So I think you can pat yourself on the back at least a little bit.
okay, all right. I mean, I feel like I'm better served by expecting the worst until the best happens. What's the
Doesn't
word
that
I'm
come with a
looking
lot of
for?
anxiety?
It does, but I find it works in my favor. I find that if I assume that Murphy's law will always apply to me, then things work out. As soon as I start taking things for granted, then that's when the shoes fall from the sky. They say the waiting for the other shoe to drop. For me, it's a more like apocalyptic raining shoes type thing. Whenever I go like, hey, everything's great, that's when houses burn down for me. Sorry, you actually had a house burn down. I should have chosen a different turn of phrase. um,
I'm not exactly super sensitive to the fact that phrases exist.
so I'm trying to be measured, not pessimistic, not optimistic. I'm just sort of going like, let's take this one step at a time. And until, actual papers are signed, I'm not going to make any assumptions. But yes, that does mean with this sense of everything's up in the air, and I can't really I don't know what I'm going to be doing next week until I've have this meeting with this guy. Yeah, it's a little stressful, but
I will say
I've
yes,
learned that that's
looming
the bet.
meetings are horrifyingly filled with anxiety.
Mm.
Like that, I have a looming meeting of my own,
Mm.
and it's very smart for me to do this meeting.
Yeah.
Hands down, flat out, it's just the right call to do because I am going to be having many discussions with quite a few different performers, artists, I mean, everybody that I can. But I need to get a deeper understanding of not, it's kind of hard to say, not the white person's perspective on Black America, but the actual perspective on Black America and culture
Oh,
and
right.
all of this.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
one of the stories that I am writing, it's a family of Black people. So
Right.
that is not something I know much about.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So
No, that
a lot of
is
meetings,
yeah.
a lot of conversations, a lot of very difficult conversations. But I am looking forward to all the things I'm going to be learning about that. But I'm about to go into my first meeting with the first person. So a lot of anxiety on that. Like,
Yeah.
how do I do
Okay.
this and ask these questions without being offensive? Oh boy.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, the fun part is, and this is something that I discovered by getting on TikTok. I've noticed that there seems to be a lot of awakenings happening even in the Black community about white people. Like the number of Black people that are shocked to find out that things that they thought were Black people things were actually poor people things, and that white people who are in the same that white people do these too. They just didn't know that because the only other white people they ever met were rich white people, and so they thought it was that's what they thought it was. And so
Mhm.
they're then discovering that yes, white people have junk drawers too is a huge revelation for them. And I'm delighting in finding out these things. I'm like, yeah, pretty cool,
Yeah,
right?
no, I've
We're
seen some of those
actually all the
videos,
same.
like where I've seen like, what do you do with the bread tie? You put it in the junk drawer, and then like, yeah, all my white friends, I'm like, how many white friends do you have? Because I grew up with the junk drawer. I
Hmm.
know in almost every house where the junk drawer is
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
poor people don't know what to use that extra drawer for.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No idea. Yeah.
And I have a full setup kitchen. I still have a junk drawer. What is supposed to go in? Like, what else is
Yeah.
supposed to be there?
Yeah, because you got the drawer for the silverware, and underneath that drawer is the drawer for like the big ladles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got a second drawer off to one side that you're like, I've drawered everything that needs a drawer. What is this for? Yeah. And that's in every house. And so, yes, it becomes where the junk goes. If
Like
there's
mine
if
has a
there's a,
miniature bolt cutters in it right now.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. A tool that you don't want to, you're going to need often enough. You don't want to put it in the garage. So there's at least one screwdriver in there. If you're smart, you got two, one Phillips, one flathead. So,
I, I, okay. So the junk drawer is a little source of contention in my house because whenever a tool comes out of my workshop,
mhm.
it doesn't go back there. It goes in the junk drawer. It's like, that's not junk, dude.
Yeah, no, that's not. Yeah, that's not.
That hasn't happened too many times, but I've gone searching for things and I'm like, okay, all of the screwdrivers are in this. This is not the screwdriver drawer. This is just the drawer that needs a screwdriver in it.
Right.
Like that is a conversation. Like, yeah. No. North Dakota poor, California poor.
Ah,
Putting those
okay.
two things together, there's some mixture there. Because I don't know. But every region, everybody has their quirks. Like every region
Yep.
has its quirks. I guarantee it all the time.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, I mean that's the interesting thing, like about the world travel and stuff like that, is that yeah, you find out, a friend of mine akined it to being unplugged from the Matrix. And I have not thought of a better metaphor yet than that. And it's like, yeah, you go to this other country, you see all the weird shit that they do. You're like, wow, that's really weird how they do that. And then you come home and you're like, oh shit, we do it too. Just I never noticed it because it's a slightly different way and I grew up in it. So it all seemed normal to me. So it turns out, yeah, we're all a bunch of fucking weirdos.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Yeah.
No argument there. I don't even know how anybody could argue with that.
Right.
No, it's yeah, everything this week. Like I usually try to pick up a couple topics, something to kind of open my mind for the show and all that. But man, everything this week, everywhere I turn, even when I try to go in a direction to focus on something else, everything is about the Democrats letting down the shovel.
Well, I mean, it's pretty big. It's a pretty big deal because I mean, I'm having a hard time thinking of an equivalent, at least in my life, while I've been politically aware.
Well,
Yeah.
you're one of the people that's going to be affected by the increased insurance, aren't you?
Well, I mean, yes and no, in that
Oh, really?
if I could, well, I already can't afford insurance. I'm
Oh, well,
uninsured
there's
right
that.
now.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
this is just going to make it that much more unaffordable for me.
Yeah, because that's the thing.
But
Like,
yes,
I see like those memes and stuff like that. Like in America, like how expensive healthcare is. Like, what do? We die.
we die. I mean, that's like, take a look at our mortality rate. Take a look at, I mean, oh, Jesus, I can't remember if I told
Yeah,
you
but,
about this or
dude,
not.
This is so dark, but the the infant mortality rates have like substantially crushed our life expectancy in this country
Yeah,
since the
infant
abortion.
mortality rates, yeah, and maternal mortality rates, yeah.
No, since the abortion
Well,
bans, no, those have skyrocketed, and that has
no, and to
wow.
top it off, I don't know if I brought this up before. The time I got into an argument online, this was years ago. This was literally years ago. This was like in like the early days of Twitter. I got into a fight with some Japanese dude on Twitter. Not my proudest moment. But because it wasn't even a good fight. We were arguing about dumb shit. I was having a bad day and had nothing better to do but to argue with a Japanese dude. And he was basically going off on how like Americans are all like fucking perverts and we too touchy and feely and stuff like.
There's some low hanging fruit that just yes or no. Did you take it?
No, I did not take that low hanging fruit. I went much more. Well, see, here's the thing. I was going to go far more brutal. But being who I am, I decided to do research first so I could come with receipts. What I was going to say was, hey, at least America doesn't have a skyrocketing suicide rate like Japan does.
Ooh.
Because at the time, it was like in all the headlines, like people hanging themselves from trees and like it was a big deal. Yeah, no, I found that out that day. When I went to go look at the actual numbers, the suicide rate in America is double than Japan's. Like, where are those headlines? Like, they're literally calling it like a national emergency in Japan at how high the suicide rate is going. And in America, it's double.
Citizens.
Right. Oh, no, and it got even better. Because guess what? When I got into the demographics, when it comes to suicide rates among women, Japan and America are matched. Among men, we lap them thrice.
I know.
The suicide rate among men is 4 times higher than in Japan. And Japan is making actual horror movies about it. We say nothing.
Well,
so yes,
I wouldn't say we say nothing because like, and I'm very proud of this. Like a lot of members of my family back in North Dakota, they go on annual suicide walks and awareness walks and stuff like that. Like they are strong fighters for kind of like pushing against that. But like you can't really deny that fact exists. And when people kind of talk about all this stuff, like just like one of the bare simple things that if you ask, like, I don't know, I'm gonna be generous here. I'm gonna be safe, and I'm not gonna say 99% of dudes, but I'm gonna say like 87% of men. If you just went up and asked them, "Are you okay?" out of the blue, they're gonna crack.
No, you're probably not wrong. You're probably not wrong. No, because that is the thing. I mean, and I don't think this is just an American thing. I think this is kind of an all around male culture in multiple areas. But I feel like we're really seeing the effects of it here with this. But asking for help is a weakness among men. Like we are basically told from birth that anytime we are not able to handle our shit, we are officially a burden on our family, our friends, and society on a whole. Anytime you say, shit, I guess I kind of need to get a hand on this one, whether it's financially, culturally, I mean, emotionally, you name it, just basically going like, it's like that sound freaked me out. Does someone want to go outside and look to see what happened with me? That is a vulnerable sign of weakness among men. You're not allowed to do that. You got to be able to go like, you stay here while I go check it out alone.
We're the ones who go die.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You wait here while I go check out the strange sound in the forest alone. Anything less than that, you're a pussy in male terms.
Okay, no, that's not okay. That's not entirely true because I am married to a modern white woman. So when she hears a noise outside, she's like, and I'm like, no.
She's like, I heard something outside. I'm gonna go pet it.
Yeah, no, that is one of my big fears about living up here. Is that like one day it's gonna be like, oh, and she's gonna be like, oh, something's hurt. It's like, oh, don't. Like, let me get some preparation first. Like,
right? Yeah.
We in a wilderness, dog.
That's right. Yeah. And you know what? If it is a bear, the bear is not going to be offended that I brought a gun. All right. So
No, nope, not even a little bit. Nope. If it charges me, it would be a little offended, but
right.
I mean, so would I be like I definitely shouldn't admit this on air, but
But you're going to. All right.
I'm still going to. No, somebody told me that like if a wild animal attacks like your dog or something like that, you still can't do anything about it. The animal, like the wild animal, has to attack you. So I
Wait, what?
like, yeah, like that's what they told me, and I'm like and
Is that according to whom? Is that like a legal thing or something?
it was
Like
something that I
wildlife
heard
preservation?
from one of my neighbors and all that. I need to
Okay.
check in on that. But if that does turn out to be true, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I'm in that situation, I'm gonna scratch myself up and everything like that post battle because
Yeah.
I'm not letting my dog.
Yeah.
Oh my, nope.
Where you're like rule number 1 is people are not allowed to die. Rule number 2 is anything that wants to be people is people now, and that includes your dogs.
I guarantee you, my dogs don't want to pay bills.
Well, they don't know. They just see you. They just see you eating at the dinner table and going, "Well, that looks nice." That's what they want, and that counts.
We have started giving the dogs slices of apple.
Okay.
And man, they are loving that. Because the thing
Nice.
is, we waited years to give them human food.
Right.
So now they don't expect it, but they're like, "Oh my God, this is like what is happening right now."
Stay away from grapes, by the way. This was
Oh, yeah,
new information to
absolutely,
me.
man.
I did not know about the grapes thing until like 2 years ago, and I almost fed them to a dog that was trying to get them to me, and I had to be stopped. Like that was a shocker to me. So making sure that guy gets spread around. I mean, the chocolate thing is common knowledge. Grapes apparently aren't, because I just learned that one myself.
Well, the weird thing is, whoa. All right, lost Doc. All right, we'll get him back in a moment. Pretty sure. Usually goes that way. Yep, here he is.
I'm back. You were saying.
Welcome. Like the thing about chocolate and all that, they're not talking about like a Hershey's bar or like they're not talking milk chocolate. They're talking cooking chocolate. Like the people who rush their dogs to the vet because they ate a Milky Way. Look, I love my dog too, but for God's sakes, save your money. Let your dog have diarrhea. Like,
well, so that's good to know, but still, yeah.
no, it's like the more bitter it is, the more dangerous it is. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. That
Like
makes sense.
Like German dark chocolate, hell no. But like basically liquid chocolate milk, or what the hell? Like, I believe
Well,
you know what I'm saying.
There is powdered chocolate milk, so I mean that counts. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm like if they get into like a bunch of cacao, probably not good.
Yeah, I wouldn't think
But
so.
like if your dog eats a Hershey's Kiss, I mean if it is a pound of Hershey Kisses, I mean
I don't think cacao is that good for people either, in my opinion. But you know,
defend yourself. Do you
don't
think
care
it just
for it.
doesn't taste good or what?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't do it for me. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like it's weird because it's like I'm sitting there going like, okay, yeah, this tastes like chocolate, but also not. Like I can't put my finger on it.
It's not something to be eat. It's an ingredient.
I've had things. I mean, things with cacao in them. Yes, I've had. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Like when you really you've had things cooked with cacao and you still didn't like it.
Well, not. I mean, it was coffee. It was cacao flavored coffee.
Ooh, that's not what coffee's supposed to taste like.
I've had chocolate flavored coffee before, and that was pretty good.
Oh, that's not what coffee's supposed to taste like either. No. Coffee. It's supposed to taste like coffee, maybe honey.
Okay.
Because I put some honey in my coffee, but other than that, I like coffee black. Like other than that, it's not coffee. It's like.
See,
I'm being a little snooty about coffee. I didn't really realize I was that snooty.
And that's the thing. Like, it's one of those things I was never really defensive on because me, like, I only started drinking coffee in the first place because I got a job that required me to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and they had free coffee. And so I was like, I guess now's the time, and so I started drinking coffee. And so I came up on shitty office coffee. And so that's the kind of coffee I drink, man. Like literally the shittier, the better. Like I've had expensive coffee before and I'm like, no, thanks. This is just,
Okay, no, it's so funny you say it. It's so funny you say that. When I was at my sister-in-law's wedding, her now husband was telling me like, yeah, when we were out there, like you had like the fancy coffee and all that. I'm like, and in my mind, I'm like, I still drink the coffee that reminds me of the army coffee. So what? Like, are you like, because in my mind, I'm like, holy crap, this guy has been drinking fancy coffee and all these like Arabica coffee and toffee and all these other like flavors that just straight up raw ass coffee seemed fancy.
right.
Like that, like I thought that, man, I thought that was so funny. But at the same time, I'm like, that is really ironic. Because that makes me kind of feel a little bit like a connoisseur.
I mean, sure. Yeah. Why not?
But I like the flavor of the beans is good. When you do everything you can to mask the flavor of the beans and just get the caffeine for it, I don't think that's coffee. I think that is other drink.
And I'm okay with that.
And then coffee is part of the ingredient.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. For me, it's a splash of milk and then coffee. Yeah. On top, lately these days, I think I think it's been the Starbucks breakfast blend. I think is what I've been drinking. I don't know. I don't make the coffee in the house.
I went to the grocery store. I looked at the giant cans of coffee and I found the cheapest one. And
yep,
God, I love it.
And I think the only place I draw the line at is the instant stuff. It has to be ground,
like the microwave or whatever.
Yeah, or even just like the powdered stuff where all you got to do is stir it in and it becomes coffee. You don't have to filter it or nothing. That. Yeah, no, there's something wrong about that. I was about to have some of those once a while back. I was like, it's like, oh, don't even gotta filter it or nothing. Don't need a coffee maker to stir it in. Okay, and I opened the can. The smell was all wrong. And I was like, nope, never mind. Don't want coffee that badly. I will find something else.
No, I feel that like where I became a strong coffee drinker, aside from Portland, because that did happen in Portland, but weirdly, it was only when I was in uniform. And when I was on my second deployment, when I was stationed in Kosovo, and that was a peacekeeping mission, all we did, coolest deployment. I mean, on your definition of cool, but for me, I really enjoyed it. Peacekeeping mission, cruising around, going town to town, sitting down, having a coffee, and just delicious coffee. I mean, dude, I was in Eastern Europe in these.
Yeah, that's where they grow it. Yeah, that's where the coffee comes from.
Like, I was just, what? I thought that was like a rainforest thing.
I mean, it depends. There are two different kinds. There's like you got your rainforest stuff, and then you got your desert stuff, and like that's why some of the brands are called Arabica, is because that's where it's from. It's from the Middle East.
Huh. I mean, I've never really looked into anything about the coffee culture or anything like that. It's just I smell it, I like it, it's good.
I'm told the kind that they grow in Hawaii are like super good, but I've never had it before.
Like the Kona blend?
That's the stuff. Yeah, Kona. Yeah. I've heard that's like the super good shit, but I've never had it.
I've had it, but again, like that. I guess I like my particular coffee. That that's just what it is. And it's funny. I've been like really coming into like more like stupid racial kinds of conversations and stuff like that, like in my own mind. And just wondering about things because of like what you said earlier, where about you've been like on TikTok enjoying watching people realize that it's not necessarily just a black thing or like that because and it's a poor thing. The funny thing is I've had that conversation a long time ago, and that was the thing, like where all black people understand this part of the culture, only poor white people understand that part of the culture.
Right.
And
Okay.
it's like, okay, yeah, no, like that was a conversation about white privilege before I kind of understood what it was.
Right. Okay. I see what you're
That
saying. And
was one of
yeah,
like
that makes
that
sense.
was one of the perspectives that actually really, really made me understand the white privilege. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you have to have grown up like me to understand as much of black culture as I do, as little as I do.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, for me, like I had a similar kind of like, and it wasn't
Or maybe
even a
not understand,
conversation.
relate to.
Yeah. I remember, like one of my like big awakening moments. And I think I must have been a teenager, early 20s or something like that, because it was when The West Wing was still on the air. It was an episode of The West Wing that kind of blew my mind as a, suburban white teenager, completely unaware of what's going on out in the world. They have a single line in the show that makes me go, wait, what? And it was the episode they were talking about the inheritance tax. They were arguing over the inheritance tax. They wanted to pass a new inheritance tax, raise taxes on inheritance and stuff like that. An argument that has still been going on through my entire life as to whether should rich people pay for the country. But but
Did you hear what Warren Buffett just did?
I did not know. Let's get back to that.
Sorry. 6 billion.
Oh, okay, cool, good for him. But in the episode, they put it up for a bill, and in the show, it's a Democratic administration in the White House,
Right.
and so they're trying to get it passed, and they're shocked to discover that the entire congressional Black Caucus voted against it, and they were like, "Wait, what? Why would the congressional Black Caucus be against the inheritance tax?" And then all of a sudden, one of them piped up and goes, "Oh, because the first generation of Black millionaires is about to die."
Oh.
And I was like, as a teenager, I'm watching this episode going, wait, fucking what?
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of those points you just really can't argue. Like,
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, but again, like that's why I'm having like those conversations with what are basically going to be like cultural research.
Yeah.
Which basically I have to become the most annoying white dude on the planet, going to all of my black friends and go, "Tell me what it's like to be black." Like,
boy, that's an interesting day for them. That's a Dear Diary moment.
oh, for sure. Well, the thing is, like, I've been exceptionally nervous about this, but with some of the other stories and some of the things that I have had to reach out and conversations I have had to have, they've never been poorly received.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
talking about truly horrendous, horrifying life experiences, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm happy to tell you about it." I'm like, "Ha, okay." And
okay, that's
but,
good.
If you step back and you think about it and stuff like that, yeah, no, like some of the awful things that I've been through, yeah, I'm not allowed to talk about them because it makes people so uncomfortable that it just kind of, it can change a friendship, it can change a relationship, it can change,
Sure.
it can change a dynamic just because they can't see you in the same light after knowing that information.
Right. Exactly.
But when somebody wants to know,
Right.
no, like there's a little bit like, "You want me to talk about the most horrific shit dude, oh, hell yeah, dude, hold my beer." Like, yeah,
Right. Yeah.
no, like all the way, it is a weird thing, but it's also, I can't say what it is for them and why they're excited for it. For me, it was the level of acceptance.
Yeah. Okay. And
yeah. Like somebody
and
doesn't want to deny it. Somebody's not shutting the door on it. Somebody's asking to be welcomed in.
Right, yeah, and that basically, yeah, that probably is what stops them from ever talking about it. Is that yeah, it's like it's how it's going to be received, and so you're coming in going like, I am ready to receive this for all that it is worth, and they're like, finally, so, they've been waiting for that all day, probably years. So
I
yeah,
know, but one of the scary things that I am worried about doing
Hmm.
is there's a part of me that wants to embrace the ignorance in some of these conversations, and then because I'm recording all of these conversations and then being able to reflect back on the challenging parts of these conversations for the
Mm.
dialogue in the story, because this story is set in the late 80s to the early 90s. There's a lot of
Okay,
conversations that basically what we were just talking about, a lot of people were just kicking those conversations up. So, in
yeah,
order to
yeah,
have proper world building, there's no way this conversation can't be part of the book,
no, that's
at
true, yeah.
least in the background.
No, and it's a tough one too. Like I write usually, I'm kind of more of a sci-fi guy, and there is kind of a juggling act that takes place where you want to perceive this, in the future, Bradbury or not Bradbury, Roddenberry. Too many berries.
Gene
So,
Roddenberry,
well,
Star Trek?
yeah, Gene Roddenberry with Star Trek, like he conceived of the future as like, yeah, we've got black people, we got Russians, Japanese, they're all together. No one brings it up. It's just a thing. Like race, nationality, it's not a thing anymore, And so he's got all these, it was easy to do because it was like, okay, yeah, you got a easy to spot black woman there, so you don't have to talk about it. You can see her. That's why, it's why Chekhov, in a time of universal translators, Chekhov has a thick Russian accent because he wanted to really point out that we are friends with the Russians now. It's not, the Cold War is not a thing, So there's a very, very Russian dude sitting right there taking orders from this very, very American captain. Um,
Oh, very American.
yeah. Yeehaw, American. So, um, and so and so it's like, it's one way in that way to illustrate like, yes, in the future it's all taken care of, but also at the same time, especially when you're talking in literature wise, it becomes difficult to basically go like, how do you get your non-white characters to relate to your non-white readers if that life experience that they've had doesn't apply? Then now it just becomes another white character that just happens to have non-white skin, and so
Mm-hmm.
how do you apply these things? How do you get your characters to relate to your readers without going like, yes, the experience of a minority in America is a very unique thing that creates a unique life, and yes, it would be nice to say that that's not a thing in the future, but how do you make a compelling story for that audience if you're just going to pretend it's not a thing? So,
And I think that's why they had the episodes where like the people frozen in time or whatever, like
right, yeah.
wandered about the ship, and then we had to explain everything and kind of talk about it. Like there was a Mark Twain episode, I think that was one of those.
Oh yeah, yep. There was that one. There's also, and they would allegorize alien races. Like, since we're friends with the Russians now, we're going to invent a race called the Klingons that are going to be stand-ins for the Russians in this show.
Oh
So,
yeah, I'm sorry,
yeah,
but what they did with the oh god, what are their names? The Ferengi?
the
Dude,
Ferengi,
you
yes.
cannot tell me that was not 60s racism.
Well, here's the thing: the Ferengi came around were invented for Next
Oh,
Generation,
is
so
that
that
next
was
gen?
straight up.
Fine.
Yeah,
That's
so
90s
that was
racism. I don't
yes,
care.
that's
That
straight up
was
'90s
still
racism.
like
Yeah.
dude, we they too obvious, man. You went too obvious. Like whoever was in the props department, costume design, something. They had a grudge.
Yeah.
You could see that so easily. Uh, the Cardassians, no idea.
Cardassians.
No idea. The Romulans, no idea.
I think the Romulans were supposed to be the Chinese. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that.
I don't know. It ain't like Star Wars where like,
Yeah.
episode 1 where they open up with, oh, the Federation. Like what the fuck, dude? Like,
Yeah. Well, no, see, here's the thing. And this is what I'm going on. This is my evidence on why I think the Romulans were supposed to be the Chinese, was because during the time that the show was starting, China was very, very closed off from the rest of the world and was just starting to open things up to trade. And that was how the Romulans were introduced, as a very isolationist race that had just started to reintroduce themselves. Secondly, they were close cousins to the Vulcans, it was almost very easy to mistake a Romulan for a Vulcan. And the Vulcans were obviously stand-ins for the Japanese.
Oh, I don't think I ever would have seen that or even thought about that had you not said that. But I think I can see that.
So yeah, the Vulcans were supposed to be the Japanese, Romulans are the Chinese, and you know, who can tell the difference between the two? You got to look at the haircut. That's basically what Star Trek was saying.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna get canceled for that, but it wasn't me. It was 60s television. All right.
No. Very clear. That wasn't Doc's opinion. That is no. But also, I think when I was younger, I couldn't tell. I'll be honest, I couldn't tell the difference when I was younger. But as I got older, I don't know how I couldn't tell the difference
between
Japanese people and Chinese people.
Oh yeah, no, it's a good it's a good question. Yeah,
really obvious. Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese, like they don't look alike.
No, but I think it is kind of one of those, like, it is something that comes through time.
I'm gonna blame Hollywood. Because just like they do with that, I can never remember his name. That guy who plays all Eastern European roles. They know
they have like two guys that they play all the minority races. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So like I probably
has
saw a Chinese actor playing Japanese or something like that when I was younger, and just I could see that blurring the lines really easily.
Oh no, well, and yeah, it was what's his name? We know his name. The guy who played the main villain in Big Trouble in Little China. I cannot remember his name. I know you know his name. Big Trouble in Little China, main villain.
Was that David Yu?
David Yu, is that him? Is that okay? I'm going to go with you on this or with your opinion on this, because I think you would know better than I do. But that guy, yeah, he was like every Asian character. He played Chinese, he played Japanese, he played Korean. Like if you had an Asian role, regardless of where they came from, he was the guy you got. And I don't like
James Hong.
James Hong. Oh fuck, I knew that. God damn it.
James Hong, and then Egg Shen was Victor Wong, which
right.
I love that movie.
But so I mean, aside from Pat Morita playing Mr. Miyagi, like there was no we get only Chinese people to play Chinese roles or anything like that. Like the fact that Pat Morita was an actual Japanese guy playing an actual Japanese Mr. Miyagi might have been like the first time people our age saw that in a movie.
I could see that.
Oh God. Did you ever see Cannibal the Musical?
You guys tried to show me that one. I made it like 20 minutes into it, and I was like, this isn't like, and it was the music style of Cannibal the Musical was not mine.
Right. Okay. That's fair.
No, I haven't seen Cannibal the Musical. It was it was some like Repo opera.
Oh, Repo the Genetic Opera. I didn't show that to you. I hated that movie.
Yeah, no, that was terrible. I absolutely hated that.
Cannibal the Musical is Trey Parker and Matt Stone's student film that they made in college. And then once they became famous for South Park, a distributor bought it from him and put it out on home video. It is It is a very cheap, very, student film-y type movie. But it is very, you can see like, okay, yeah, this is South Park right here. Like, and
The
and
origins.
yeah, and it is even as cheap and poorly made as it is, it's definitely worth watching. One of my favorite gags in it is there is a scene where our heroes are lost out in the desert and they get found by a Native American tribe. And the entire Native American tribe is played by Japanese people. And they all speak Japanese throughout the entire scene.
That is great.
It is the funniest fucking thing I have ever seen. I don't know why they never brought that joke back for South Park. Maybe they have in the last 10 years. It's been about 10 years since I last saw South Park. But in the first 15 years of me watching South Park, I didn't see it. So
I never watched South Park.
really, wow.
Bigger, longer, and uncut. Yes, I watched that. I think I watched some episodes from the first 3 seasons or something like that. But yeah, for all the years it's been on, and there are some episodes that I have watched, and I'm like, all right, no, that's like, I really enjoyed the.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how it's possible to, like, in today's day and age, how you can go through life without, even if you don't like it, like you're kind of, it's one of those things you can't get away
Somebody's
from.
gonna show you an episode.
That's the thing. Yeah.
And it was
there's
the
no
World of
escaping
Warcraft episode. And what made
Oh, God, yeah.
incredibly funny for me was I did not play computer games.
At all.
So,
Wow.
No, well, dude, I didn't have a computer that was like, we couldn't afford a computer that was strong enough to play games. So I would
That's
go to
fair.
my friends' houses and basically be playing the audience to what I was watching on that South Park episode. My friends just getting fatter and just like they're getting this teenage acne problem. I'm not, because I don't know. I'm out doing stuff, I guess. I don't know, but they're just kind of like sitting there in their grease in these rooms that just smell so bad. So that was pure nostalgia for me on the complete flip side of that coin.
Right.
So so that episode I was like, okay, this is really funny, but I don't think I'm the intended audience, but it's still working on me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, okay. Well, what computer games were big when you were a teenager?
When I was a teenager. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Borg?
I mean,
Or is that
big is a
Borg is before.
big is a relative term, because it was kind of like there were the games that I played that I knew other people played. And then there were the games
give me the gaming era. Is it like Frogger, Galaga?
Oh, no. Like Final Fantasy 2-ish. By the time me and my friends were actually by the time I had friends that actually had systems and then there were games to be played, we're talking like Final Fantasy 2 era.
Okay. All right.
So, and then as far as and that kind of was the main thing with console games. Most people didn't have computers powerful enough to run computer games. You needed a console. I was one of the lucky ones because I had a mother who was a computer engineer. So we had fancy shit in the house. Yeah. So yeah. I was 9 years old. It was like 86 when I got my first computer personally, not one that the family shared, my computer. Like, how's that for privilege?
Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. It was the year 2000. And I got a computer, the Gateway 2000.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. That wasn't bad.
No, but I tried to play Diablo with my friends.
Okay.
They were like, no, okay, so you got a computer. You need this video card. You need this. You need to update. I'm like, we just ran out of money getting I thought I got the thing.
Right.
You tell me I got to get the thing to do the thing so I can play the thing that costs money. Like, no.
Right, yeah.
So instead, I just downloaded Napster and listened to Linkin Park for a year.
There you go. Yeah. Hey, there you go. Why not? But yeah, no, I mean, I played all the King's Quest games. Those were computer
what about, like,
only.
Doom?
I played Doom. That I didn't play that. I was already in high school. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was in high school when I played Doom. That's when that came out. I remember playing Wolfenstein too. That was
That's
the first.
one I was trying to think the name
Yeah.
of. Yep.
Yeah, that was that was the thing. Like that was the big breakthrough. That was like, oh my god, like we're moving around in
Yeah,
3D.
and then
This is
it was
amazing.
Wolfenstein, and then not Doom. Was it Duke Nukem?
Duke Nukem played all those too. Yep. I was one of those people who waited patiently for 15 years for Duke Nukem 3. That was me.
And got severely disappointed.
So disappointed. Like my god. Like why? Gamers, why do we do this to ourselves?
I stopped playing the Duke Nukem game when I turned into a little robot or a little Hot Wheels thing, and I was like, I don't think this is like this isn't what I wanted to play.
Yeah, no, I don't like, and that's part of like that's one of the reasons why I kind of like I don't consider myself a gamer is because like I had that one big disappointment. Well, two if you count the fact that we still don't have Half-Life 3. So,
Never tried it.
Yeah.
Never tried Half-Life. Never played a Sims game. I
Never played
those
Sims
City Builder simulators.
Well, there was Sim City, which was like the precursor to The Sims, and I played a couple of those. I like those.
Okay, so I think I played Sim City.
Okay.
So
There might have been a few. There were a lot
of you built a town, like you engineered a town, you made like all the roads and stuff like that. Yeah,
right, exactly.
Yeah,
there were a few different versions of that. SimCity was pretty popular, and there were a lot of like knockoffs that had some were better than others and stuff like that. So it's and it's kind of still a thing. Like when I go onto Steam, when I go onto Steam, I'm still seeing advertisements for what is it Roller Coaster Tycoon. Like
yeah, that's the same thing I was talking about. Yeah, like amusement park.
Yeah. So it's still a thing, and I kind of get it. Like I think I lost a good 300-400 hours.
Never-ending conversation about autism. Are you freaking kidding me? No,
right,
that was the computerized version of the old man building a replica of the town in his basement.
Exactly. Yeah. No, and I get it too. Like I think my highest record because all of these systems, they all track you. You're just like, you played this game for this many hours. You played this game for this many hours. My highest record I'm going on like 450 hours now, and I don't think I'm done with it yet. I think I still might go back to it, was the Dyson Sphere program, which is basically SimCity in space. So
yeah, where you got to build like what is it, a third tier civilization? What is that called?
It's not civilization. You are a mech, and you're basically, your job is to harvest resources from the planets in the system that you're at. Use the resources to build Dyson spheres around the suns, and then transport all that energy back to the home planet.
Have a Dyson sphere, like what? That's a Type 3 civilization.
Oh, I don't know. I know I get what you're talking about now. Yes, but I don't know how that goes. I don't know what that ranking is. But yeah,
it's kind of one of those things. Like it's funny when I've had that conversation with people. Like, yeah, no, it's possible. I'm like, we don't have enough matter in the solar system to circle the sun like that.
That's the thing. Yeah,
like it's not possible. No, it's not. Which is like, cool idea. Very cool.
Great idea. Yeah.
Everything like that. Yeah, no, completely get it. Everything. Yeah, awesome. Not possible.
Not at this rate. No, not unless we're willing to literally harvest 2 or 3 other complete systems for all of their material.
That's what it would take.
Yeah.
But you would also need light speed, like FTL travel, before you can do that. Which you need to be a Type 3 civilization, basically, before it ain't happening. Why don't we let's take care of the oceans?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I'd rather be able to go like on a boat or something like that.
That's like, it's like one of the Bill Maher's always going off on like, why do we keep trying to go to Mars? We need to spend this money on our planet and I'm just like, okay, it's not that you don't have a good point, Bill. I think we can do both.
Oh, I definitely agree. We could do both.
Yeah.
Easily. In fact. But I think Neil deGrasse Tyson is correct. We're never going to have a reason.
No, that's a very good point. Yeah.
Like, we have to have the entire planet working together to accomplish something like that. Like, because like I like the idea of using the nuclear explosions to propel the ship all the way to Mars and like that, and that actually would increase the speed of the travel. Problem is, which country wants to get rid of their nukes?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you have to
Well, and
have
that's yeah.
things accomplished
Yeah.
before
First
that.
thing we got to do is annihilate the entire concept of nations, which you know
Yeah.
is possible in theory, because it's like, I mean, again, like, right now we're currently in conflict with other countries. Here's one of the things I found out in my world travels: no, we're not. The people in that other country do not give a shit about the people in this country. This conflict is the rich and the political folks basically having a pissing contest with their rich and political folks, and that's it. And then they trick us into fighting the battles for them by going like, yeah, they over there, they hate our freedoms, like shit like that. That's how this stuff happens. Well, so once we get rid of those assholes.
I struggle with that one because where that may be, like, you can posit a case that may have been the origin. It doesn't really matter what the origin was. We're dealing with the problem now, and I don't
that's
think
fair.
that's the case anymore.
And that is part of the issue.
people
Yes,
bought into it.
then that is true, and that is an issue. Yes,
But I do like the concept, and it's kind of a radical idea, and I never really thought about it, so you just brought it up. But yeah, eliminating all borders across the entire world, everything like that. You can still be like the descendants, whatever, blah, 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 like whatever you want. You can honor whatever you want. Like, yeah, no, yeah, sure, whatever. But yeah, problem is, there's about 178 countries, I'm going to say safely, that are going to say, hell no. You might get 10. Yeah. You might get 10.
Right, yeah. And
some of the smaller ones that don't want to be small countries.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, we already saw, like, samples of that with the European Union. I mean, before Brexit happened, in a lot of ways, all these different countries kind of, other than the language barrier, they kind of stopped being other countries. They all just became Europe, in a lot of ways, at least very much commercially and freedom of travel wise and stuff like that. They all became a lot less isolated with each other. Boy, if they had introduced Esperanto then, boy, it would have changed everything. But no,
dude, Esperanto is around. It's being taught. It is spreading. It is. Like, Duolingo has like kicked up on that. I think that's really smart.
No. And yeah, but I mean, in my opinion, though, it's gonna be useless until it becomes part of compulsory education, and that's the thing.
Okay,
like
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
which
I think it should be.
To be bilingual, man. Like,
yeah,
almost like damn near every other country in this world is bilingual. Like, their citizens are taught to be bilingual, trilingual. Like, our people are just falling behind, man. We're just too dumb.
I don't think it's that we're dumb. It's that we're just constantly being told to reprioritize, and that it's not, that's not important. But
but the reason that we're dumb doesn't change the fact that we're dumb.
No, okay, I see your point there. Yeah, but yeah, it's the whole
Like I said, I don't have time to read a book because I have 7 children and 3 jobs. It's like, no, you have a very legitimate reason for not having free time to go do stuff. And they're like, I hear you. But I'm not going to call you scholarly.
And that's fair. That's fair. Okay. I see your point there. Yeah. And that is kind of like the weird thing about it too, is that, like, when we talk about things like lowering the cost of living, or doing like a universal basic income, stuff like that, basically make it so that people can just piss their time away, like, don't have to get a job. Like, let's call the utopian world where, AI is a thing doing all the work. We got Rosie the robot running around cleaning up for us. We don't got to do shit. You know, we have nothing but time on our hands, free money, free food, free house over my head. All right. There's a lot of people out there that are really, really worried that means we're all going to turn into the people from Wall-E. You know, we're all just going to be a bunch of fat, you know. And here's the thing. I'm willing to admit, I'm willing to capitulate that some people will. My personal experience, though, and granted, I do live mostly in a little bit of a bubble. I hang out almost entirely with artistic folks. In my experience, even if someone is like that for a little while, they will get sick of it fast and they will find something to do. Humans have an astounding ability to find shit to do. And
that is true.
You okay there?
If it wasn't water, I think I was dying. Oh my God. Wow.
And
yeah, my face changed colors on that one.
Yeah. I mean, just take a look at what happened, you know, when the pandemic first hit and we all went into lockdown. What happened in those first 3 weeks of the lockdown? Suddenly, everybody in the fucking world knows how to bake bread. Why? We didn't need to do that.
Speaking of, I really, really want a cranberry walnut loaf right now. God, that was so good. Cranberry walnut sliced, little slabbed with butter. Yeah. Yeah. The fact that I didn't come out of the pandemic fatter than hell doesn't make sense to me. Actually, no, it does. I don't eat when I'm bored.
Okay.
Like, yeah. I really don't. Like, that's like eating is something that I do when I'm like happy, when I'm feeling good, everything like that.
Yeah.
I can't do the sit on the couch and I can't, like, I get annoyed at the food.
Right. Yeah. Same here. Yeah. I'm right there with you on that one.
Does make sense. Okay, good.
Yeah. No, like I thought it was, yeah, like that's one of those things, like whenever I hear stories about people who are like, but I mean, like I've got like my set kind of like, you know, it's not as with lunch, it's more difficult because I've never had a set lunchtime. It's like as my lunchtime during school, which was changing with every school year. Lunchtime at work is moved around every week and stuff like that. So I've never had a set lunchtime, but like breakfast and dinner are two very locked in moments. And if I don't get them when I get them, then my week is ruined, you know? But I might be autistic. Okay. Okay. But the, you know, I would hear people talk about like, you know, when they're going through shit, you know, any number, you know, they had an argument with a friend or their parent just died or something like that. Or something like that. Something, you know, pisses them off or puts them in a bad mood. And they're like, oh, I'm too upset to eat. And I'm like, what? Like that has never made any sense to me. Like literally, like, you know, like someone like could literally tell me like, your dog just died. And I'm like, well, I'll deal with it after dinner. Like that's basically.
Okay, that I can't relate to.
Yeah.
No, I can, like, you remember
like,
the TV? You remember the TV show Heroes?
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
First season was a bit of a game changer.
Absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm. So much of everything else sucked.
Right.
But the first season, absolute banger.
Mm-hmm.
But it was Terrence McDowell, right?
Oh, the showrunner? I don't remember.
No. Or Malcolm McDowell. I'm having trouble with people's names today. I'm like,
was Malcolm McDowell in Heroes? I don't remember.
Yeah, if that's his name. He was Mr. Linderman.
I guess I don't remember that well. I haven't watched it since it aired. I watched it.
It was coming up on 20 years ago, so fair enough.
Oh my God, that was 20 years ago. Oh.
Coming up on it. Yeah, it's not quite there yet, but it's time moves.
Yeah, no, I'm still. It's Because, I mean, and I've said this before, in my head, I'm still a 13-year-old boy. So it gets confusing sometimes.
Well, you got to think about it. The guy who played Peter Petrelli, he was the dad in This Is Us, and that was 7 years ago.
I never saw This Is Us.
Oh, mistake.
Mm.
I mean, unless you don't enjoy crying, then you know what, cool. But This Is Us is so well written, and it's maximized to punch you in the feelers, and it works.
Okay.
I watched the first season. I think I cried every single episode. I didn't finish the show, but I love Justin Hartley. Milo Ventimiglia, that's the guy I was talking about who plays Peter Petrelli.
Right, yeah.
Anyway, Linderman has this speech in the season 1 of Heroes where he says, he's like, I can't cook if I'm not happy. I just can't eat if I'm not happy. Like it's like, dude, why do I relate to that so hard?
Yeah.
Like, I gotta be in, like, if I'm not in a good mood, it's like, I don't want to eat, man. I don't want to feel good. I don't feel good. Really bad habit, by the way.
No, yeah. No, well, I mean, here's the thing. I have some theories on that, actually, which I have discussed with folks before, but I haven't really put to the test. So it's a completely untested theory based on personal observations from many years ago and have not been applied since.
Hit me with it.
Actually, I want to put a pin in that because I just realized we've been talking for an hour and we haven't even mentioned the titles of the movies we're talking about this week.
All right, fine. We'll get into the show. We'll finally actually do the thing that we're actually here to do. All right. Preamble is over. Let's get into it. Movie number 1, Be Cool.
Be Cool. The sequel to Get Shorty.
The spiritual sequel. Not a true sequel, the spiritual sequel.
Kind of in that same sense, a spiritual sequel to Jackie Brown as well, because I think there were more Tarantino references in this movie than a Tarantino movie.
Yeah. We could actually go into that. Be Cool. Directed by F. Gary Gray. Written by Elmore Leonard and Peter Steinfeld, starring John Travolta, Uma Thurman, and Vince Vaughn, Cedric the Entertainer, Andre 3000, Steven Tyler, Christina Milian. I mean, Harvey Keitel, Danny DeVito, Dwayne Johnson.
Yep. It was a star-studded cast.
It was a star-studded cast, and we did talk about this a little bit after watching it. Not a good movie, but a fun-ass
That's the
watch.
thing. That's the thing. It was fun.
You have to argue good movie.
Yeah, it was you would have to clearly define what a good movie is with this movie. It was fun. And I think my main thing was like by itself it was an okay flick. I felt it really fell short compared to Get Shorty is what my main judgment
Get
was.
Shorty is the superior film. Be Cool is more fun.
Okay.
Okay. Get Shorty, it stayed intellectually it stayed with me and I liked it more and everything like that. But Be Cool, I liked the scenes, each one. I enjoyed them. I was having fun with them. It wasn't, the fun of the scenes weren't specific humiliation and things like that, because honestly, like a big part of Get Shorty is the humiliation of Harvey Keitel. Or no, not Harvey, Gene Hackman.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's right. I forgot that was Gene Hackman. Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. No, like that poor, yeah, he can't catch a break in that movie. that is
a running gag that just never, like, it was great.
Yeah.
Also, constantly laughing at Danny DeVito for it was a huge gag just making fun of Danny DeVito, but it was great because Danny DeVito was in on the gag. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, so I mean, Get Shorty had great, it was a good movie, great a lot of praise for it.
Mhm.
I don't think it impacts Be Cool that much because to me
Right.
it's one is like the New York film and then the other is the LA film.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So
Well,
there's a total tone change.
right. Yeah. And I think it also like, and I had forgotten about the whole Gene Hackman thing. That kind of like brings it all up. Like, yeah, like the stakes didn't feel as high in this one because our, Lydia Moon, that was her name. Yeah.
Linda
Like
Moon.
Linda Moon. Right. Yeah. Linda Moon is basically the
Linda
Gene
Moon.
Hackman of, she's basically the Gene Hackman of this movie, but nothing really bad happens to her. You're rooting for her because she's
No, I
she,
think Christina Milian is the John Travolta of this movie.
oh, really?
Because John Travolta was getting into the business and everything like that, and he was getting it started and all that, and he was his own vehicle.
Right.
But and the thing that I think Be Cool might struggle with the story is it couldn't really decide who the story was about.
No, for sure. Yeah. And just when you think this story is going to be about someone, we kind of don't see them in the movie for like the next like 5 scenes in a row. Like that's the thing is like this whole movie was about Linda Moon. She had like what, like 10 minutes total of screen time, it seems like she was barely in the movie.
Yeah, like this thing. My thing about Be Cool is I have fun with it, I enjoy it, and all of a sudden it's over, and I'm like, why?
Right. Yeah.
Like it's missing a lot of movie. It ended too fast, and I feel like it embraced the good time instead of trying to finish the story.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. They were a little too wrapped up. Like when you had like Get Shorty being like this sort of like overarching archetype about the movie industry being very much like the mob industry. They're doing the same thing with the music industry, but but it seems like they're kind of more leaning into the satirical humor side of it than they are the actual commentary. So,
yeah, no, I mean,
which I mean, I guess kind of makes sense because
Be
it's like,
Cool
okay,
is
yeah, we
kind
get
of
it.
a parody of Get Shorty.
I guess it. Yeah, I see your
Starring the
point.
same characters.
Right. Yeah. And it felt like that because like that whole like his whole like look at me thing where he's like doing his intimidation thing, like look at me, no, look at me, like it was a big deal in Get Shorty. In Be Cool, it's almost like Travolta's making fun of himself when he's doing it. You're like, why are you doing that now? It's not even working now. Like like people keep going like, I am looking at you. Stop saying that. Like
no, that was the gag. Like when
Yeah.
70 Entertainer is like, it was like, I'm looking at you. I see
Yeah.
you. And it
Yeah.
doesn't work on anybody in this movie.
Right.
And the fact that it didn't work on anybody is what made me love it so much. The fact that I didn't see Get Shorty before I saw Be Cool. Because I saw Be Cool first and I was like, I have no idea what's going on. There's no basis of this. Who is this guy? Why is but the thing is, I didn't have any of those questions. Be Cool had all the answers for me. I was like, okay. This guy's previously established. Okay.
Okay, I see that. Okay, that makes sense. Then, yeah, if you saw Be Cool first, then yeah, I can see why you definitely like it a lot. Because yeah, you're not constantly thinking back to Get Shorty and being like, well, what's going on? Like,
okay, I see, and I can see that, but because of how I saw it the first time, everything still connects with me because watching Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson act like that much fun for me.
No, yeah, it was a breakout performance for him. Really,
And
I don't think
all this time, seeing him like commit to the bit that hard in every scene.
Right, yeah. Which, speaking of committing to the bit, I wish Vince Vaughn hadn't committed as much to his bit. I understand his character was supposed to be annoying, but like he went so far into it, and it again goes with the movie couldn't decide who the movie was about. So his character probably had way more screen time than he should have. But we eventually crossed over to the point where I was no longer watching an annoying character. I was now annoyed at Vince Vaughn as an actor.
Yeah, I could see that. I was looking some of the reviews and everything like that, and the weird thing is, a lot of people say on the rewatch it's so much more fun because the reason that the reason why the movie failed and in a lot of people's eyes, and I think including in yours, is you
Mhm.
didn't know why the scenes existed until almost the end of the scene.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So there was always like, why are we here? Oh, why are we here? Oh, why? And that didn't like that should have been clear
Right.
earlier in the scenes or something like that because yeah, like it was funny because like one of the reviewers brought up what you said about the boot barn.
Oh yeah. 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 No,
Like,
I even remember like we were watching that. We saw the boot barn scene, and then we switched to another scene. I'm like, what the fuck was the point of that scene? Like, what are we even, and then it was the next scene. I was like, oh, okay, there we go. That's the point of the scene. All right. Like,
and yeah, like so that was mentioned a couple times, but the thing that people said is when they were like on the rewatch because they knew what was coming, everything was 10 times funnier, which
mm,
is I'm seeing the differences because we saw the first time and we saw
hmm
the repeat.
okay. Okay. I
Because
see what
I
you're saying.
was
Yeah.
excited for every gag that was coming. I was excited for Vince, for The Rock being called a gay slur too many, like one too many times. I was
Right. Okay.
excited for Vince Vaughn to be dangled off of a building. I was excited for Cedric the Entertainer's speech about the N word, and like
That was a good speech. I'll give it that. Yeah. That was probably the highlight of the movie for me was his speech there. So
it's a
yeah.
toss up. It is a toss up. Like that speech
Hmm
and anytime that the band is there and the daughter is there, that get,
Okay.
that gets me every time.
That
Like
was
they're just
yeah.
like they're beating the guy up and threatening him and like intimidating him. Hasana! Like everybody
Right.
being all soft is I love it. Harvey Keitel doing his like slam poetry rap like that makes me cringe so hard. I'm in love with that scene. Um, Joe Loop is a character that was underutilized.
Yeah, I remember you even saying like just before he showed up, you were just like, "Oh, you're gonna like this guy," but then by the time his whole bit plays out, I was like, "Why?"
Yeah, I
like
know. I
like he
realized that,
was
but I realized it was the idea of the character that you would have liked, but not the execution of the character.
right. Okay, yeah,
No, like the character constantly eating, like he, like for some reason, the assassin that hangs out in dance joints, like
yeah, yeah. Every time, yeah, we keep seeing him like hanging out in a
fantastic
club,
foundation of a character, totally underutilized.
right? Yeah, it's like anytime like someone wants to send him a text or something like that, he's getting the text in the middle of a loud dance club that he is not joining in. And it's not like he's like sitting in the back, having his food, watching the dancers. No, he's wandering. He's wandering around the dance floor, seemingly in a daze.
And like chewing,
Yeah,
the jaw, like chewing a sandwich like it's jerky.
right.
Like, I love this guy. I wish like that's what I'm saying. Like this movie, every single part of this movie, maybe not Vince Vaughn, I wanted more of, including
And
Vince
that.
Vaughn. No, I'm not gonna lie. Like Vince Vaughn, like watching him go like when he stood up and did like the booty pop thing, he's like pop 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 pop. I'm like, how many takes? How many takes to get everybody around him to not laugh at what he's
Right,
doing?
yeah.
Like what he is doing. Like
Well, and that was like I
oh,
did get the feeling there were
but
other that there were.
the one I was building up to, what I
Mm,
really think my favorite part of the movie is Steven Tyler and Christina Milian's performance of like that song. I mean, oh my god.
oh yeah. Okay. All right. So, well, and I mean, and it was good. It was pretty good. Yeah. But that was one of those scenes where I felt like the scene went on for too long. I was like, okay, we get it. She's singing with Steven Tyler and it's going well. Why do we need to get the whole song? I mean, you've clearly already cut some scenes for this. Like, because there are things that take place in this movie that we never see. We just find out about after the fact. Like the first one that really got me was like after after the Steven Tyler scene, after she sings the concert, we cut to Harvey Keitel telling Vince Vaughn, well, Chili Palmer just called me and talked to me and offered me like some sort of like half-assed, royalty deal or something like,
yeah,
right, back end deal, da da da. And I'm sitting here going like, wait, first of all, why? Like, he holds all the cards. Why would he do that? Second of all, like, how did that conversation go? Can we see it? No, they cut that scene, if it ever existed, so they could show us more of Steven Tyler singing. And I'm sorry, not worth it.
Oh. Okay. All right. That's a fight I'm not gonna have. All right. You could say we could talk movie stuff, but don't be crossing into my classic rock, man. I mean, like.
Oh, hey, look, no, I'm not dissing the song, mind you. Okay, I have that song. But that's the thing is, I would prefer to listen to the song than just like see that scene in the movie. Yeah.
But this does bring up something that you brought up a long time ago. I think it was back in season 1. And it was that some movies, like there was an era of movies being made for parties.
Oh, right. Yes, yeah.
Like
kind of all.
There's a scene kind of like, well, okay, like so much of the movie doesn't matter, but the scene is coming up that the whole party is going to shut down and everybody is going to watch the TV screen for this one scene, and then like after that or the rest of the movie, there's like 2 or 3 people that are paying attention and everybody else is doing their thing.
Yeah. Cool, the first generation of the first generation of the second screen concept. Yes.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah.
I think Be Cool is one of those types of movies where they were just starting to key in on the dwindling attention span of their audiences. So they tried a movie like this that it bounced so much that. And there weren't any boring parts of this movie, except for like what you're saying. If that song didn't work for you, it would go on too long. Understandable. That's okay. That song gets me. Her performance in that gets me. A break in the movie about music and everything like that, to watch a music video, or like a free little concert.
Well, and this thing. And I've seen it work before. I mean, like earlier in the same movie, we saw a performance of her singing one of her songs at the piano. The movie paused for her to play a song at the piano. That was fine. I was down for that one, and because it's like we're getting character development here. We're finding out that, oh no, yeah, she really does have what it takes. We are now rooting for her. And it was a good song altogether. That worked great. Showing us the entire concert didn't. That felt it went on too long. I got the point. Like within 2 minutes, we could have cut the last 3 and instead show me.
It feels like an experimental movie where they were trying to do something about like the music star, but not. But it was all about the process of it. But like you mentioned after the movie, like we didn't really see how long each process took.
That's the thing, yeah. There was not a lot of buildup, not a lot of stakes put up. We saw very minor events take place. We didn't get to know Linda Moon well enough to really be invested in her.
No, I have no idea what her backstory is. I know she got off the bus from Texas, and that is it.
We know that she works a shit job, like because that one scene where she's supposed to meet
Raj?
Uma Thurman. She's supposed to meet Uma Thurman for the first time, and she shows up to the meeting. She shows up to the meeting late, all apologetic, still in her like fast food uniform. Like, I'm sorry, I couldn't get out. That's the only hint that we have that her life at all is hard outside of the music. And we don't get any exploration of that. We don't meet her family. We don't get to see her shitty boss.
Might be an explanation to that. So, Christina Milian, what happened to her? Where did she go?
Good question. I don't know.
I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look this up real quick. Try to vamp real quick.
Okay. My improvisational skills just disappear at that moment. And because the only thing I can think of at this moment right now is I think about that scene from the episode of Community where the waiter walks up to the table and goes, "And while I'm at it, another thing I hated about Die Hard," so, which I don't think is going to work too well for this because I don't hate Die Hard. It's a great movie.
Yeah, no, okay. I wanted to check and see if she had maybe been hard to work with or something like that. And maybe that's why we didn't have as many scenes with her in the movie. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
You know, I was thinking maybe something like that, but no, everything about her says that she is pleasant, positive, upbeat, and like great to collaborate with.
Did she just go a different direction? Like, did she pursue music after this and just decide to focus on that?
I don't think so, because like I know she's been in some movies and TV shows and everything like that. Just I don't feel like she reached the acclaim that she deserved because she is perfectly pleasant, like talented. Like her acting, it's not stiff, it's believable. She's charming. She's got a great voice. She's beautiful. I mean, complete and total package.
Right.
I saw her at a party in LA, and that was the first time that I even thought about her in a long time. And I had that thought back then. I was like, dude, where has she been? And to be clear, when I say I saw her at a party, I'm not saying like I walked past her. I was at a party on the dance floor. She was up on a platform, sitting there in a beautiful dress and all this stuff, looking absolutely gorgeous. And just a bunch of photographers were taking pictures of her. She was there to be there.
Right.
Like,
okay. I
was the dude drooling on the dance floor.
So she was clearly doing okay, just apparently not in anything that you had seen. So maybe
I guess not, but I mean, we can take a look real quick.
Because that does happen. Like I've had like actors that I really like in something and be like, oh, I've never, what happened to them? And then I go and I look, oh, it turns out they're on like every TV show that I don't watch.
Oh, holy crap. She is what? Did you ever watch Dexter?
Which one? I saw the first one, the reboot I have not watched.
Okay, she is in the new one. And she plays Detective LaGuerta. Is she playing young LaGuerta?
No, she got to be like LaGuerta's daughter, because I'm pretty sure that the new Dexter is an actual sequel. I'm like 90% sure of that, having not seen it.
It's called Original Sin.
Huh.
Yeah, a young Dexter Morgan transitions into an avenging serial killer. Dude, Christina Milian is playing young LaGuerta.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Then she's fine. What are we worried about?
She's got 10 episodes. Okay.
And now I'm going to have surprise, motherfucker, stuck in my head for a week because we brought up Dexter.
Okay. Dokes is the greatest character of that show.
He really is. He was the one character in the entire series that I was pissed off when he died. Like,
correct. Yeah, absolutely correct. I was like, if that was a 1-season show and Dokes came out on top, I would have been satisfied because I was so mad when he died. I rage quit that show twice. Like, I still knew it was coming. No, it didn't. I started the show over because somebody was like, why did you quit watching Dexter? I was like, I can't remember. So I started it over again, and then I was like, no. So like 3 episodes before he dies, I'm like, I'm just watching like, not Dokes, no. And then he's like getting so close, and he almost convinces Dexter to do the right thing, and then the phone rings, and then the crazy bitch shows up. God damn it, that show's awesome.
It was a good show. Yeah. No, it really was.
Especially that first season.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Which, I thought this was cool. My headshot photographer down in LA was the actor who played Dexter's mom.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah. So I had a very flirty individual, I have to say. But no,
that might have just been you, Brett.
I don't.
You were there to get.
No.
You were there to get. you were there to get your headshots done, right? Which means you had the full regalia and the nice hair, and you were in your nines, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was you, Brad. It was you.
Okay, well, it could have been. I can't really fight on that one. I don't know whose type I am, but no, but no. Anyway, okay. So now I have to go watch the new Dexter because not only do I love the core story,
Right.
except for the finale of the original show because
I know. Yeah, same here. Yeah.
how can you have something be that? You know what? I can't even ask that because I'm aware J.J. Abrams exists.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes a good story does not stick the landing.
That's the thing, my take after watching it and sitting there going like, why? I think to a certain degree, they were like, we need to end the story, but killing him would be cliche, so we just got to come up with literally anything else, and that was what they fell on. Was my take on that, and I was like, okay, whatever.
I am bothered by people avoiding cliches. It's like, okay, everybody likes this thing. Let's do the thing they don't like.
Right.
And we're going to be unique. It's like,
Right.
Or you could actually do a variation of the thing people do like.
That's possible.
And
yeah.
if you're going to make him survive, don't put him in the worst beard in Hollywood history. Our final image of Dexter Morgan is in the worst beard I've ever seen.
Mm.
And the thing is, I know they can do good. I know they can.
Because you wore it, yeah.
I did. I auditioned for a show, and I had to have a beard. And 30 days after the audition, I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure it's safe that I can shave my beard. Shave it. 2 days later, they're like, you got the part. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I can't grow a beard. So I get on set,
fucking
and they
Portland.
spirit gum and all this, and they put my beard back on me. Okay, it looked just, you can go watch the episode of Grimm. It looks just like my beard, and that is not my hair.
Right,
so,
yeah.
It can be done so well. Now, granted, it's easy for me because my beard is so thick that you can't see my face. So literally you just shove like a freaking black sheep on my face and it looks real. A redhead, I can see how that's a little bit hard. Okay, I get that. I got a buddy that I served in the Army with. On our first deployment, we all grew mustaches because, you know, that's the only facial hair you can have in the American Army, in the American military. So he started, like, it was terrible. It looked like absolutely horrible, disgusting, just icky. All of a sudden, one day, I looked at my friend and he had the most glorious, like, just Garfield tail mustache. Just by the beard of Zeus, where did that thing come from? So, I get it. There are stages of the red beard that doesn't look great.
Right.
But when you make it that thick, because his beard at the end of that series was as thick as mine is right now, that should have been thick, red, pressed to his face.
Mm.
But it was like,
right, yeah.
Terrible. I'm offended by that beard. I'm realizing that right now.
Yeah, no, I think you just did a full 7 minutes just on Dexter's beard.
We have our passions. That's
yeah, no, I'm right. Hey, you know what? I'm sure I've done longer for less.
All right. So even though I know you call Be Cool a bad movie, did you like it?
I mean, yeah, I didn't feel that was a waste of time. I don't regret seeing it. No, it was all right. It was a good way to pass the time, and I think there is definitely a lot there to enjoy. Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, the highlight was, you know, Cedric the Entertainer's speech near the end, and that's kind of one of those like that I mean, why hasn't that been memed? I feel like that's a scene that I should have seen like homaged on TikTok by now, and I think it's weird that I haven't. You know, like that by
Honestly,
itself.
with the with how many people, you know what? I think I know why.
Hmm.
Because a white dude calls him the N-word right before that. So the movie like takes advantage of using something, even though it immediately responds to it.
Right.
It didn't pull the punch. It delivered it. And
No, it's
you and
true.
I,
Yeah.
like even I've seen that movie as many times as I have. It hit me as hard as it hit you, even and you didn't know it was coming.
No, that's a very good point. That is a very good point. Yeah. So yeah, I
Like
see that that would be problematic. I don't even if in context no one got offended by its display, I feel like the algorithm would probably wrap it up and throw it away on its own. Probably.
oh, that's it. Yeah, that's a good one. And for
Hmm.
a lot of those and for a lot of those videos, I know I'm not on TikTok, but I've seen like the ones that kind of cross over into other platforms where
Hmm.
it's you have people kind of like dueling and like syncing the scene together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those are fun.
Yeah, you're not gonna find many white dudes who are gonna take that role. Like, nope, nope. Uh, so top five moments of the movie. I know Cedric the Entertainer's speech. That was a
Cedric the
big one.
Entertainer's speech was the big one. I
Every moment with Andre Benjamin for me.
drinking the tea was pretty good.
I
That was a
know.
good bit.
What's the tea? That's not gangster. No, yeah, I love that one. No,
Let me think.
I think my favorite Dabu moment is like, man, don't give me no gun, man. You know what's gonna happen. Just how much he owns up to that, and then just it's my wife's cousin, man. Just everything about Dabu. Absolutely loved it.
He was a good character. Like he's definitely one that like you say, like I want, you know, more of it. Like he was one character that I wanted more of. Probably I would say he was him and Linda Moon. Not because because I think Linda Moon was should have been more of a crux of the story, so I would have liked to have
Agreed.
seen more of her. But then yeah, Dabu, like you know what would have made a far superior. Let's rewrite this entire movie into a romance between Linda and Dabu. That's a movie I would fucking watch because we saw some of it. We
Oh my
saw a
god,
little bit of
yeah,
it
how
happen.
annoyed she was with him right at the beginning and everything,
Right?
and
Yeah.
then yeah. Oh
No.
damn
Yeah.
it,
Now
yeah.
that would have been the movie to see right there. Is their little will they won't they for an hour and a half. That would have been yeah.
And then
I
we
would have
got
been down for that
like
one.
a spiritual sequel to the Pulp Fiction scene with John Travolta and Uma Thurman dancing to the Black Eyed Peas.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
That was a moment.
Um,
That was a moment for me. Like I know you didn't really like that dance scene because of the jazz
yes,
hands.
well, I mean, I didn't really, I just thought it was funny that's what that was the direction they decided to go. I didn't really have a problem with it. But I mean, that's just kind of like I said, there was more Tarantino references in this movie than a Tarantino movie. Like I thought it became so obvious that that it brought me out of the film. So they're going like, what are they doing? Can they decide, are they going to make an Elmore Leonard movie or are they trying to make a Tarantino movie? They need to pick one because yes, there was an intersection between the two with Jackie Brown and it worked out great, but that's it. Like, like this is not the magic you want to try to capture here. And if you do want to capture that magic, do it with more compelling characters, not just a bunch of Tarantino references.
Okay, I can give you that. I can give you that. Uh,
Um,
like James Woods, not a big fan, but
mm,
I think he was funny as hell. Like just that
James
opening,
Wood.
yeah, in the opening scene.
Oh, right, the openings. I had totally forgot about him. That.
Yeah, no, can't like definitely can't fault you. He
Yeah.
like that's the thing. Like he was a big part of the movie, but he kind of fell out.
Yeah.
Like everybody was talking about him in like almost every scene until like the halfway point of the movie, and then we never talked about him again. And that was kind of weird. Like they didn't
Right. Yeah.
resolve that. They just stopped talking
No.
about it.
Yeah. Like and yeah, we kind of get a little hint that maybe the Russians are going to get their comeuppance, but we don't really like. We never even figure out what the hell was going on between James Woods' character and the Russians. They were just mad at him for some reason.
It was an insurance scam, wasn't it?
Well, like, yeah, it seemed like they were trying to shake him down.
They were trying to shake him down, and then he punched him, and then he got shot.
Yeah, which doesn't make a lot of sense.
I think, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like if you're a gangster trying to intimidate people and stuff like that, and some dude can just punch you, and then like you're walking around the black guy, I can see like the person in that position sending a message.
I mean, I guess, yeah, I guess.
But I still, like I said, I do agree with you that it is a bad movie. I still like it. Definitely not a must see.
It's there. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not a must see. If it happens to be on, like if you're at a party, and someone puts it on, there are definitely moments in this movie where you can turn your attention to it that you'll enjoy for sure.
Well, yeah, like if you're casually watching it and not like if you're cleaning or something like that, doing something in the background, writing a novel, and just want something that the music and the score is really enjoyable.
Yep.
Be Cool is a fantastic movie.
And, if you happen to look up from your work and you're lucky enough to see one of the scenes with Uma Thurman in it, then that's a good day.
I will say this might be the most beautiful Uma Thurman movie. Like she absolutely knocks me away on this one.
No, I could see that. Yeah,
I've seen movies of her in the 90s and definitely like that, but I don't know what it is about this. This is the perfect Uma.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know if I'd say it's the top, but it definitely is up there. I'd have to stop and think about all the Uma movies I've seen.
Well, it's like the reason that I bring that up is because like when we watched Gattaca, you had said that like they gave her the glow up. But in my mind, she looks better here than she does in the movie that she was supposed to be kind of perfect in.
Right, yeah. And I can see that. Definitely 100%. I think what I was going when I mentioned the glow up on her is because the last time like that was the last time I had seen it, it kind of was like the first time I had seen Uma in that era. Like I hadn't gone back to older movies. And so it was like she basically, from last time I saw her to this movie, she had like de-aged like 20 years all of a sudden. And add that to like all of the filters that they're putting on there, where they're trying to go like, oh yes, this is all the beautiful people. So everyone's very, very trim and all the lines are perfect and everything. And so it's like, I was kind of like caught off guard and being like, wow, she really looks good in this one, but yeah, no, it was a bad call on my part, just being letting myself be tricked by time again.
No, and that's the thing. Like Uma Thurman, I mean, you could show me a movie that she's gonna star in tomorrow, and I will still say that she is beautiful. I'm just going to say, the teenager in me who saw Uma Thurman in this movie, I was just locked in, absolutely. Just
I got you.
Her and Christina Milian. I'm like, okay, I'm confused. Am I chasing cougars or am I going for my age? Like, what is happening here? Even though I don't know if I could, like, okay, as a teenager, I could have called Uma Thurman a cougar.
Okay,
there's enough of an age difference, and I was stupid enough to think that because I didn't know what that meant. It took a while before I met a cougar. That is not just an older woman. That is a specific kind.
For sure. Yes. 100%. Yep.
Dangerous.
Yep.
All right. So that is Be Cool. Moving on. It's we made it to the third installment of the Cornetto trilogy, The World's End. Doc, go ahead.
The World's End. Man, and what a capper this one is, because this one takes all of the things that you love about the first two movies and then just cranks them up to 1,000 in this one. This was a hell of a send off for a trilogy. And so we got action, we got comedy, we got drama. We've got a complete toss-up on the characters. Nick Frost in the first two movies plays kind of the deadbeat dumbass.
Let me give the rundown.
Okay, go
Directed
ahead.
by Edgar Wright, written by Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright, starring Thomas Law, Zachary Bayless, Jasper Levine. You know what? That's actually very, very confusing because it's giving the cast in the order of appearance.
Oh,
and it's going
so those
in for the
those are the young kids that shit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. So let me try. Let's go.
I'm sitting here going like, what? Wrong movie, Brad.
Yeah, no kidding. Starring Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, David Bradley, Pierce Brosnan, Michael Smiley, Charlotte Reedy?
I think it's just pronounced Reed.
Reidie.
Oh, maybe that is Reedy. Okay.
Or Reedi. Reedi. I don't know. I got to move on because I'm just going to be obsessed with trying to figure out that name. No, all right, but yeah. Good cast.
And
Bill Nye.
Yeah.
Bilbo.
And of course, Bilbo, yes. I was going to say, you almost forgot Bilbo, man.
Martin Sheen. Oh, God, please tell me that's his name.
No, it's Martin something else. Martin Smith?
Really? Smith?
No. It's a forgettable name. That's why we keep forgetting it.
I know. I just feel bad. Oh, it's Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman. Yes, Martin Freeman.
That should
the token
not be
white
that
guy
hard.
in Black Panther. Yeah.
Yes, one of the Tolkien white guys. I just love that the only two white guys in Black Panther is freaking Bilbo and Schmeagol.
Yeah.
God, that's awesome. For like, and if you do, like, if you're gonna have Tolkien white guys, you have like 10, 12 that you literally could. You got Sean Bean, you got Frodo. I know it's Elijah Wood, but he's Frodo, man.
Sure,
and
of course,
even he's cool with being Frodo. Like,
yeah,
those guys are like Sam and Dean, man. They are still traveling the world, just doing conventions and just loving being the hobbits.
Oh yeah,
I love watching those videos. You ever see those?
I've seen a few of them. Yeah, no, yeah.
So the ones who played Merry and Pippin, they actually like really got into the Hobbit lore. They know all the songs. They know like. So they do a Hobbit podcast, and they are freaking hilarious, man. I love the Lord of the Rings. When's the last time you watched Lord of the Rings?
Not since they came out in theaters. Actually, I saw each movie in theaters, and that's it. Yes, no, I have the extended versions, and I keep meaning to set
them.
Yeah, I keep meaning to set aside some time to do it, but like, yeah, I can't seem to. Well, it's like it's part of that whole like. Because I'm like so anxious about work, like there's a part of me that's going like when I can comfortably take a day off. And I haven't been able to comfortably take a day off in 20 years.
I comfortably take a day off. Yeah, that's not because
I want to be able to really give them my full undivided attention and really enjoy them and get into them. And I know the experience that I want to have with this, and yeah, I just haven't been able to do that in a long time.
I watch the extended editions of Lord of the Rings every year.
Nice, must be nice. Yeah,
but you know what makes it so easy to do? From where I live to North Dakota, it is 30 minutes shy of finishing the entire edition. So I can get to the end of Lord of the Rings and just go to my favorite ending of the 9 endings it has, and just I'm good.
Nice.
Or if I get there, or if I arrive to my destination late at night, I take that last half hour and I listen to the music and everything like that, and it puts me to sleep.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It is the perfect thing to drive to. It really is. The music is incredible. I love it. But tonight we're talking about The World's End.
You're right. Yeah.
No,
And yeah, no, and and that's the interesting. This movie takes a while to get into its plot, but we're not waiting for it. Like we are getting thick character development the whole time through. That we finally find out what the before like, we were like what half an hour in before the big plot twist happens to tell us what the movie's really about, and we were not waiting for it. Like we're getting into the drama. Like these are the friends are arguing, and we're like, oh, they're gonna get into it now. And then all of a sudden, the aliens attack, and we're like, whoa. We were about to have a blowout between these friends, and now we're fighting robots. Well, hold on a second.
yeah, like that came. I want to say almost completely out of nowhere. It was just the way the extras were moving while the main cast was like walking from bar to bar. I couldn't not notice that.
Okay. See, I almost thought like for a second there because when we were watching it, you were talking like the commentary, you like were getting into the drama with the friends and stuff. You were like,
so into the drama.
There was a moment there I thought that because I had told you in this movie it's an alien invasion. For a moment there, I thought you might have actually forgotten because you were like, oh, what's good? Like, and like, what are we going to find out? We're going to we're going to find out about his mom. Or we're going to find out about this. Like, you were not like all of your questions about what's going to happen were not about aliens. They were about these guys and their arguments. And I was like, I told him there's an alien invasion in this movie. Has he forgotten? I mean, the movie is compelling. I'm not going to remind him.
The movie was quick. Like it wasn't as full as Hot Fuzz. Like it wasn't as quick fire. It had more lingering moments for us to sit in the tension because this had more tension and the characters had like so much more depth.
Right.
Like it was closer to Shaun of the Dead in that way.
Yeah.
But by the way, my ranking on this one, hands down, Shaun of the Dead, good. Hot Fuzz is my favorite of the three.
Okay.
The World's End is by far the deepest.
Yes, yeah. Well, and we were talking about this with Shaun of the Dead about how like they kind of harkened back to that classic zombie movie thing where the zombie movie is never actually about zombies. It's about this social construct, and we're seeing how people react to the social construct being broken down because of the zombies. And that's what, and that Shaun of the Dead wasn't really about zombies. It was about Shaun trying to like repair his relationship with his girlfriend. And the zombies were just kind of an instigator in that whole thing. That
I
whole
might have liked
idea.
It more if I liked the relationship. If I was rooting for the relationship.
That's the thing, yeah, and that's kind of what made it tough. Is we kind of were on her side when she dumped him, and so that was that kind of made it tougher. But in this one,
and it just the sheer introduction of that other girl who was the female Simon Pegg, just seeing her made me want that to happen.
Right, exactly. Yes. No, she was great. Even though she was only on screen for like 30 seconds, we were like, I want her movie. Yeah.
Exactly. No, she stole the show, even though she barely did shit.
Right, exactly. But yeah, and then in World's End, we got more of that. This was an alien invasion movie that had next to nothing to do with alien invasions. It was all about Gary King and his slow roll into self-destruction and his last gasp effort to try to recapture his youth with his old friends, and they're not having it. Like this is the movie. This is the movie about.
I don't think so. I think this was his farewell thing. Like he was gonna he didn't care about any of the repercussions. Everything he was saying, everything he was pulling, all the lies, he didn't care about any of it getting discovered and all that, because after the 12th, the point that I was about to make, I'm gonna wait for Doc to come back before I finish that sentence because that was kind of an important one.
All right, so your theory is this was his last hurrah, and
this was his last hurrah, and then he was gonna go.
Okay.
Out.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay.
I'm basing that off of
And no, I think you're right. Actually, I think you're absolutely right. Yeah. But again, that just goes to show, just like that. Yeah, that's what this movie was about. It was about Gary King's self-destruction, and it just happens to coincide with an alien invasion. And I think that's the interesting thing too. Like your observation that this was an allegory for gentrification. I think you
Right.
nailed it. You absolutely nailed that, I think. But at the same time, it made me think about like all of those like doomsday preppers out there. It's like they're like Gary King's one of those guys who can only thrive in chaos. And I think that, and so it's like, yeah, he was about ready to off himself, but then aliens invaded and the world ended, and now he's great. Like like we see him at the end of the movie, he is thriving in the middle of the apocalypse.
Which
And
I didn't think about this until afterwards, but there's that speech because, like, as you know, I watched the movie again because I realized
right, you were
something
looking
and became obsessed.
right, yeah.
But I realized on the rewatch that exactly to the T, because like I said, Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg, they tell the ends of the movie always
Yeah, that's
somewhere
true. Yeah.
along. So I thought, like, when I was, they were all in the car and they just described something happening out in a field somewhere. I thought that was the moment that they were telling us the end of the movie.
Oh,
But
okay.
it was when Nick Frost was talking about being sober. He's like going into a bar with a bunch of tough guys with war paint and all this stuff. I'm like, no, that's literally exactly what happens at the end of the movie. And then he orders a water. And the 12 bars basically act like the 12-step program for Gary King to get sober. And that's what happens at the end of the movie. He's clean shaven. He goes in and he orders a tap water.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I didn't notice that, but also
I hadn't caught that either. Yeah, you caught way more in this movie than I ever have, and it's like the fifth time I've watched it.
it's because I was on the first watch of the full Cornetto trilogy and being introduced to the formula. I think I was dialed in.
Okay, yeah.
Like, no, because I was thinking, like, I was trying to figure out what this movie was about. Because, like, these Edgar Wright movies, they're never about the thing that's obvious. It's always something in the background.
Exactly.
But the mental health, the gentrification, also that moment, like, we're going to go out and paint the town red. I was going to make a joke about how they wound up painting the town blue, but the movie literally ends with, like, this big, destructive, like, everything is red and in this cloud of dust. I'm like, this movie is written so tight and so perfect. It's damn. This is the most well-written one, even though Hot Fuzz is my favorite.
No, yeah, and we did discuss that about how Hot Fuzz has more jokes per minute than any of the other two movies. Like they are rapid fire hardcore. That is Shaun of the Dead is an homage in its own right, but then Hot Fuzz, that is the comedy one. That is the one that is freaking funny in every scene. And then you've got World's End, which is the deep one.
Dark humor.
Yeah. Dark humor, really deep. Like there's a lot to think about in that movie, as well as it being pretty funny on its own right in some moments.
But so as I was going through, and because when we were watching it, I noticed around on the seventh bar that they started that they had the numbers of the bars in the bar.
Right.
I can't find number 8, but when I found all of them except for number 8, and that was the Mermaid Bar. But what I noticed in the Mermaid Bar was they fell for their mermaid-like, siren-like behavior.
Right.
So now I'm thinking that the names of every one of the bars actually coincides with what happens in the story at the bar.
Okay.
The first post, I mean, like that one's really obvious.
Okay. First post and World's End are obvious. So the Mermaid Bar. Yeah. So
but then there was that one like the crossed hands or whatever it was called. They literally get into a fight and cross hands in the bathroom.
Wow. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. You're like picking up on everything here. Like like I already went in going like, yeah, this is a pretty deep movie, but now it's like, Jesus Christ, this is a super deep movie. Like
It's so
I never
deep.
noticed any of this.
It's so well written. It's like, and it's because of my obsession with the paintings on the like. I was looking at those like, God, those are so cool. I was wondering if there's like, I could order them and put them on the wall or something. I thought they were really nice.
Oh yeah. That's great. Good idea.
Mermaid, after the mermaid, and then I thought about it and I went back. I looked at some of the names. I forgot all of them except for the first post and like whatever the crossed thing was.
Okay, so now I'm gonna have to go through and find these things because one of them was called the famous cock. What happened on that one? Like I remember that.
Hey, is that where that one dude came in that he died on a motorcycle accident in Italy like a few months before?
No, that was at the Mermaid Bar. Okay. Was the famous cock was when his school bully walked up to him? Was that one?
Damn it. Do you have the list of the bars?
No, let me get it.
No, because that and I also there was one more that I realized because I didn't realize what Pierce Brosnan's character's name was.
Oh right, yeah. Okay, yeah, he's
Mr. Shepherd, and he was trying to like shepherd them in.
Right, yeah. Okay, so we got the first post, and then the Old Familiar is the second one, which the joke is that it looks exactly the same as the first post.
But the sconces were different, and the paint was different. Like, so they actually did change it a little bit, but like that's the deja vu. Okay, so the first post first, the Old Familiar, obvious. Number 3?
Yeah, and then the famous cock was number 3.
And then
here we go. The meanings behind from Oracle of Filmcom, the meanings behind the bars.
Oracle of Film. Let's do this.
I have never heard of them before, but we're gonna the name like that. All right. The famous cock. We don't see much of this one, he says, as Gary Keane turns out to be barred because he's a famous cock. He's been barred for life from the bar. That's right.
Damn it. Okay. All right. Oh, yes. All right. Number 4.
Number 4 was the crossed hands.
Okay. Crossed hands. Okay. I thought it was just crossed something. Okay.
Yeah, it was the crossed hands and then that's the fight scene. Okay. And then number 5 is The Good Companions is the name of it. Oh, okay. And the idea is that in order to avoid suspicion, the friends pretend that they are enjoying the Golden Mile. Therefore, they are acting like good companions and continuing with their journey. No other theories found. Okay.
No other theories.
Wait.
I remember one. It was like the dirty servant or whatever. Or,
the trusty servant. The trusty servant.
The trusty servant. That's
the next one.
There was the drug dealer guy, and everybody's like, no, these guys are super good and everything like that. Like, we love them.
Bingo. Yep. That's exactly what they say here. Yep.
Yes.
And it's also, and it's an important reminder to remember that this is where O-Man is killed off.
Okay.
That's the bar where Bilbo goes to the bathroom and comes back a robot.
Yeah. Also, you can notice after he comes back, his Bluetooth is always turned on. Like it's always blinking like it's active because it's connected to him, who's part of the network. Dude,
right, yeah.
Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg may have made the most complete movie I have ever seen.
It's kind of crazy, yeah. This movie belongs in the museum. The next one, number 7, was the two-headed dog.
The twins.
And the twins, yep. The fight, referring to the battle with the twins, yep. And for that matter, let's take a moment to appreciate just how epically amazing every single fight scene in this movie was. Like,
but do you know why?
God. No, why?
The director had directed Jackie Chan films.
I said Jackie Chan while we were watching
Yep.
it. I said that's some Jackie Chan shit right there.
And yes, awesome. Loved it so much.
All right, so number 8 is The Mermaid.
But also, wait. One last thing about the two-headed dog. It was twins, and she wound up with the legs, so she actually had 4 legs.
That's right. Yeah. So they really went for it. Yeah. Okay. So number 8 is The Mermaid. And again, they say they are depicted as sirens. All that is in there.
That one, that too obvious.
Yep.
That and the crossed hands.
Yep. And then number 9 is The Beehive. And the guy writing this says this one had me stumped for a while. Okay.
Wait, the hive mind, and then like Mr. Shepherd being Queen Bee.
Sort of. He says here, this is the pub where we discover the plot of the robots thanks to Mr. Shepherd, because yes, Mr. Shepherd is there, trying to herd the main characters together. Like you pointed out, he's trying to shepherd them. The robots want everyone working together at the same level, just like bees. So they're referring to the plot of the robots themselves. They want humanity to become their new hive of worker bees.
I see. Okay, I see that. Yeah,
is the working theory on that one.
Okay.
Right. Okay, and then number 10 is The King's Head. The only concrete theory that I found is the fact that this is where Gary King finally loses his head. He cracks, and even with the death at all angles, he is intent to finish the Golden Mile. So it's basically, since this is where Gary truly snaps and starts going fully manic, that's the theory of the King's Head name, is that this is where Gary loses his head.
Right.
Okay. I mean, sure.
It's Gary King, so
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if there's no better theory, then
hey, wait a minute. Is that where they go to like where they have to like prove each other? Because there's that moment where he smashes his head up against the pillar to prove that he's real.
I think that is it. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's just the fact that that's where Gary King hits his head a bunch, and so it's the King's Head. I think you might be right there. Yeah.
I don't know, but that feels really weak.
It does. But yeah, it's
I don't have a better one.
Yeah. They both kind of stand on equal ground, both theories, I guess. Yeah. Number 11 is The Hole in the Wall, which is he says it's an easy one there because Martin crashes the car through the wall. Yeah. So the act creating a hole in the wall. And then finally The World's End, which is, we already said that's obvious. That's where the thing ends. That's where they cause the end of the world by pissing the aliens off, which my God, he just drunk argues an alien hive mind into going away. Beautiful.
The most human move I've ever seen.
And I said this before, I will say it again. Like, I keep telling myself I want to like stitch this into a pillow or something, but his line is, "We are the human race and we don't like being told what to do." Like, God, truer words have never been spoken, man.
Correct.
Like all 5 times all 5 times that I have seen this movie, that line gave me chills.
Oh man. I wonder if I would have keyed in on any of those had I not been looking for those numbers.
No, that's a good question. Yeah, you caught the numbers, and then because you went down the rabbit hole for the numbers, you started planting everything else. Yeah, no, that's pretty good. That was you went full
movie.
You went full autistic there, buddy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
but those are the 2 kinds of movies that I truly appreciate more than any other. Movies like The World's End and Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Massively, massively, perfectly complete.
Yeah.
Totally different ways.
Yeah. Because we go in, we get basically the filmmaker has you get the feeling that they went in with a true vision, an actual like, I know what I want to do here, and then they pull it all off.
Yes.
And it is surprisingly more rare than people realize. Like,
Oh
and
my God.
and I can say from personal experience just how frustrating it can be, because yeah, sometimes the world just doesn't want you to be complete with your vision. and also at the same time, it's shocking when you think you have a complete vision, but then when we get to the point where it's like, okay, we're going to shoot this scene. How do you want it shot? Like, it's weird how these things sneak up on you sometimes.
No, I get that. Just by writing the story that I've been writing, yeah. All these
Mhm.
things complete, the ideas here, this, that, there. Where did he get that from? Oh shit, where did he get that from? Yep.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no. Those moments, they absolutely kill me. But I like, oh, by the way, yeah. A moment that neither of us caught on the viewing that we watched, but I caught on the rewatch. That moment where everybody's like sitting at the table and it kind of looks like Nick Frost is just like, God, why am I here? And he's just staring off into the distance. He's
Right, yeah.
staring at Simon Pegg playing Need for Speed.
Oh, right. And he does say it like there when they go like, "What's Gary doing?" And he goes, "He's playing Need for Speed right over there." he's
Yeah, no,
like
like
he's all
he's already been zoned in, just like, I cannot believe I am
Yeah.
following this guy. Like,
yeah.
just what?
And that's yeah, right. And right there too, like we get to see the real like talent chops of both Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, because they place like Nick Frost got a little bit less between he was playing almost the same character with some differences between Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. But his
Yeah.
character in At World's End was so completely different.
No,
And
if that was his first performance, you probably wouldn't have picked him out as a pure comedic actor.
no, 100%, yeah. But yeah, and that's the and he did it all. Like even this character's transition from Mr. Button Up at the beginning to when like he doesn't do the gorilla impression in this one like he did in the first two, but in the second fight when he picks up the bar stools and takes out the entire bar with that's gorilla mode. He went into he became King Kong at that moment. But that transition from Mr. Button Up insurance salesman to King Goddamn Kong, swinging a bar stool in each hand, taking out a crowd of robots, that it was a natural transition. There was at no point where you're like, whoa, what happened? Like that just goes to show, like, Nick Frost he can do just as much as anybody else. He's just as much an actor as anyone else. Like he held his own sitting next to Bilbo.
In my opinion, comedy actors are the superior ones.
It does happen a lot. Yeah, we do see a lot of
almost any comedic actor, put them in a dramatic role, and they will do well. You cannot go the other way.
No, it's true. Yeah, seeing dramatic actors try to do comedy is painful sometimes. Yeah, but yeah, comedy actors doing drama is weirdly like. I mean, yeah, pick one: Zach Galifianakis, freaking Robin Williams, like Jim Carrey, like top tier comedy actors effortlessly walking away with drama Oscars. It's amazing.
It really is, and I'll sing the praise. I mean, I love comedy more than anything else, but damn, horror is a close second.
Okay, yeah, yep.
Like,
okay, I see what you're saying.
But good, true cinematic horror. Like, I'm talking Nosferatu. I'm talking Candyman. I'm talking the real, like the ones that all of the effort was put in for.
Yeah.
The ones that it's like, oh yeah, no, we got the money. We can, we're gonna get the outfit, the costume, and everything. No. It's the ones who have the directors who understand how to work with the cinematographer, who understands the psychology behind where the camera belongs to touch the audience.
No, of course, yeah, 100%.
Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Robert Eggers, he's becoming my modern horror favorite.
Okay, yeah.
I need to watch The Lighthouse. Did you ever see that?
No, nope.
Started it twice. So damn boring, I fell asleep both times. But now that I know it's directed by Robert Eggers, I'm like, okay, clearly it's going somewhere.
Right, yeah, okay.
Like,
yeah.
I think I just need to go like half hour into the movie and start it from there because, whew, I'm not good with black and white, man. Unless it's something like Daughter of Destiny, because that was a different kind of ride.
Right, yeah, that was a whole, that was a trip to, that was like visiting a foreign country. You're just like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm into it.
When you think about that, though, I mean, we're coming up on 100-year anniversary of that.
I know, right? Yeah.
Which that's what we should like pick up like for our like we should try to do like one silent film a season, and maybe because of where we're at, we can do like the centennial.
Find a movie that. Yeah, find a movie that turns 100 and watch that for that week. That would be, I'd be down for that, 100%, yeah.
I think that'd be really cool to see, like, literally just to kind of view the changes over the 100 years.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I mean, we're doing a show about media literacy here. That would be a part of it, so yeah.
Oh, man. All right, so I know this is going to be tough, but what are your, like, give me your 5 favorites for The World's End.
5 favorites for The World's End. Yeah, that's a tough call. I mean, I'm going to have to like go back to the first time I saw it and think about what hit me most then. And I would say number 1 would be at the World's End, that last like fight between Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. And in the fight, we see the bandages. Like they're fighting each other. And then we see the bandages wrapped around Gary's wrists. And everything just comes crashing into place. Like that was so hardcore the first time I saw it. Like I remember being gutted by it. So I'm going to say that's even seeing it coming. I still feel a little bit every time I see it.
No, that almost got the tears out of me. Like I was fighting them, but it was just too much was happening. It didn't give me time.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And so, yeah, I would call that moment number 1 for me. Moment number 2 would be what I mentioned before when Nick Frost goes gorilla mode and takes out like takes out like 30 of the robots with a bar stool in each hand. Like Jesus Christ, that was an amazing scene. God, boy, it's going to be a real tough call from there, man. I
gotta say, for my favorite Nick Frost moment of the movie, and here's the thing, it was still him playing the straight man, but it was when they were like, "No, it's all right, we still got, he's sober," and then like, shot, and just fuck it.
Right, yeah, right after they discover the robots, and he's not only been a teetotaler, he's been an ardent teetotaler. He's been trying to talk everybody else at the table into stop drinking, and then we see the robots, and he walks out of that room and does 6 shots in a row right there.
And he's fully in it at that point. And just the fact that he says, "Let's boo-boo," I'm like, dude. Like, because he hadn't gone into the comedy acting yet.
Right.
Like he was still playing the straight man, but that delivery on that frickin' slayed me.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Like, so I think that's my favorite Nick Frost moment of the movie. So subtle, but damn it. And it's because of what I had just watched like the past 2 weeks.
Right, yeah.
Like the reservation, seeing it in there. I am with you on the bandage reveal, that fight.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the 12 that was sitting right in front of the beers. How happy I was because I was searching for those numbers and all that. And then I saw it and he gave it to me. I'm like, Edgar Wright, you knew what you were doing, you son of a bitch. How giddy I got on that was kind of stupid.
No, yeah, that was a straight up wink and a finger gun from Edgar Wright right to you. It's like, hey, buddy.
But even so, even after that, the 12 was still sitting at the edge of the bar.
Right. Yeah. You sent me the screen cap of it. So yeah, he didn't break his pattern. He just acknowledged it and then and completed it anyway. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, how stupid giddy I was when I saw that 12. I was like, all right, because I was like, all right, we're here. Let's look for it. Bam, center shot. I'm like, man. Perfect. It was so good. Even starting the movie out, because that's the thing. We started the movie out with him sitting around in that like therapy circle.
Right.
And I never even realized that was part of the math. Like to get 2 + 2 to equal 4, I didn't even realize that was the 2.
Right. Yeah. Well, and you even said it like after we get that whole intro where he's talking about, we see the big flashback of his last day of school and the Golden Mile and the big rundown, and then cut to Simon Pegg telling that story. And we see him in the, he's in the sweatpants and in the circle and you literally went like, what? Is he institutionalized or something? And then even then, it was still like the movie went on and like you still didn't catch it all the way up until the very end. That, yes, that's exactly where he was.
Yeah, no, that was, he didn't seem like the guidance counselor type.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, another detail. O-Man and Pierce, right? Peter?
Peter. Yes. The other friend. Yes. Peter.
So O-Man and Peter are the only ones out of the 5 that are wearing blue at the beginning of the movie when it starts. So that's the Easter egg that they're going to be part of the blue one, like the blanks towards the end of the movie.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Wow.
Dude, this movie is like, there's no way I caught even like, I have no idea how much of this I missed.
No, yeah, and there's probably more out there. Like, can you imagine like Edgar Wright probably every morning like goes to the internet and goes like, all right, see if anyone discovers all the Easter eggs. Like, it's like, all right, they got that one, still 5 more to go. All right, kids. Like,
that was what the brothers did with Endgame for like a couple of years after. They just kept saying that there's more Easter eggs, you guys haven't found them, and then eventually they're like, nah, no, I'm pretty sure you guys found them all.
Right.
So everybody was searching for this like crazy Easter egg, and I'm like,
yep.
I'm not one like this was so much fun for me to go digging for these Easter eggs. I now kind of understand those Marvel guys that go like searching through the movies for all the Easter eggs and all this stuff.
Yep.
I'm not educated enough. And I'm not a big enough fan to like know all the source material. Like,
but now you get why it's fun to do. Yes.
Now I get the obsession.
Yeah.
Like, if there were movies made this well, I could see myself loving doing this for these types of movies. But I'm not gonna go read 15,000 comic books just so I can have the foundation to see something.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
No, I mean. Like, look, if I was one of those when I was a kid and I started and I just read them all, sure, there's that thing. But see, I was a kid in the 90s where they had 40 different runs of the same character going on all at the same time, and I could not keep track of a single storyline. So
no, yeah, same here. I think that's what turned me off too. Yeah, like
that was the death of comics for like 15 years.
Which is, and I said like that, like it's, we talked about this not that long ago. I was like, I think that's the main problem with Marvel Studios right now is they're making the same mistake Marvel Comics did. They're trying to put out too much at once. Like they were doing fine with 1, 2, sometimes 3 movies a year when they were feeling extra spicy, but
6 movies a year? No.
Yeah, 6 movies and 2 TV series a year? No. Now you're giving me homework to do. No, thank you.
And that's exactly. See, WandaVision I thought was great. Loki I thought was wonderful. Agatha I thought it was really, really good. Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Oh, it was good. It was a little long. I feel like if they had done like 2 fewer episodes and tightened the story up, it would have been so much better.
They suffered from the same thing as Secret Invasion. They suffered from reshoots.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And
All right.
there was very clearly a terrorist, and Captain America's like, stop calling her that. It's like, hey, I get it, man. I get it. I get it to a degree, but for God's sakes.
Yeah.
It's literally, she was like messing people, like she was fighting with terror.
Right.
I mean, that is so stupid. It makes me go Shaggy.
Right, yeah.
Like, Jesus.
Come on, man.
Like, dude.
That is a good Shaggy. I'd never heard your Shaggy before. Nice. Well done, man.
I've never done my Shaggy. I know I've done my Scooby-Doo.
Yo, yeah. No, I've heard your Scooby. Yeah, but I hadn't heard your Shaggy before. That's a good one. Yeah.
No, it's like, but that's one of the voices that I can't practice too much because that is a copywritten voice.
No, of course, yeah. You know,
like,
and
you try to
I
do
would,
that
I
in
would,
a book or in a cartoon, like they'll tell you don't do that.
I would say put it on a demo tape and see if you can get a job over at Warner Brothers Studios. But if you did that, you'd be taking a job away from Matthew Lillard, and I would never forgive you for that.
God. He was such a good Shaggy.
He was the perfect Shaggy. My God.
The
My
height,
God.
the voice, the face. He literally was the perfect Shaggy.
No.
Like
100%. Like they practically grew him in a lab just for that role.
What's funny is I found out that so he is supposedly coming back into the Scream franchise. And
ooh, really?
Yes.
Wait, isn't his character supposed to be dead?
No, he never died.
Oh, okay.
Like that's the thing.
Billy
That's
Loomis,
right.
it was Skeet. Right, Skeet Ulrich's character died.
Yep.
Okay, now I remember. Okay.
Yeah, well, but they never said that he lived. They never said that he died. They just never said. So you follow movie rules.
Right.
He alive.
Yeah.
So the thing that said is like Matthew Lillard had been talking about wanting to come back into the franchise for so many years and all this stuff. So the director's like, I've been wanting to, but you won't shut the fuck up about it, so it's not going to be a surprise to anybody. So finally it's like, okay, the fans want it so much, like we're probably going to do it. But it's like that is the funniest reason to like miss out on a role. Like but that is like, but in my eyes, that is a Shaggy move.
No, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
No, like, oh man. Okay. Two more favorites about The World's End.
2 more favorites about the world. God, that is a tough one. I mean,
for me, I'm gonna make it easy for me. The
okay,
number
yeah, you go
system
ahead.
And the bar
Right.
and the bar naming and like
Okay,
how those
yeah.
correlated.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, I did like how the movie never really forgot what it was doing. Okay. No one ever acted out of character. And even when, and like for instance, the scene when the second time the bully approaches him. So we see that his school bully comes, and asks for, is anybody using this chair? And the guy talks about like, yeah, that was my school bully, did all these horrible things to me. But the thing that hurts the most is just now he didn't recognize me, which means everything he did to me meant nothing to him. That is what really hurts. First of all, holy shit, do I feel that. That was an amazing scene right there. That's the thing that that was another, oh, it got me kind of scene. But then we add it to near the end of the movie where the robots are trying really hard to coerce these guys into joining them. And the bully shows up and gives a heartfelt apology. It's like, I did terrible things to you and I feel so bad about it. And we get now right off the bat, it's like so obvious. Like anybody in the audience is like, dude, don't fall for it. He starts to fall for it. Okay. but it's not that weird because they're all so drunk. Like we kind of have a reason whenever these guys start to make a bad decision, we kind of have a good reason for it because even with all this chaos, they haven't.
How much they're not noticing the obvious extras in the background staring at them while they're talking about their plans.
Right. It's because they never stopped drinking. These guys are all wasted. They're trying to deal with a crisis while at the bottom of their capabilities. and I appreciate that they kind of wove that together of having these capable characters being incapable and because they've been drinking and never really just sort of like writing it off as it's like, well, it's a movie, we got to have it happen. But then add that to the fact, and the even better part of it is that we cut away because we think he's about to fall for it because he's and then we cut to it and he is going apeshit on the robot. He is beating the shit out of his old high school bully, and it is a beautiful moment. Like you were even saying,
an absolute moment of catharsis.
Yeah. I think you actually started applauding. I think you started doing kick his ass. Yeah.
I may have. I was pretty into the movie at that point.
Yeah.
I was hyped the hell up.
So yeah. So I'm counting that as 2 because it was spread out, but I guess technically it is just kind of like one storyline, story through line of this guy and his bully. But since it was spread out into 2 moments, I'm going to count it as two things.
Fair enough. All right. This the 12-step program metaphor that came through, the commentary on gentrification, on universal gentrification.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah.
The mental health crisis, what this movie completely was. And did the movie end? Because here's what I'm still kind of questioning about the end of the movie. What was the takeaway for how the characters ended? Yes, you had Simon Pegg, Gary King. He was happy. He was living the life with his immortal teenage best friends that was never gonna get so maybe happy, maybe truly pathetic, because it seemed like he let go, but then the physical representation of no the hell he didn't.
Right, exactly, yeah.
And then you got Nick Frost, who lost his family and then ends the movie kind of looking like this wise old caretaker for
he's telling the story to a bunch of kids around a campfire or something like that. Yeah. How did the world end, Grandpa? Well, I got really wasted one night.
I was sober. One night I wasn't. The world ended.
Right. Exactly. Can you imagine that too? It turns out, we didn't know this, but it turns out aliens were secretly running the world, and I got so drunk that I pissed them off enough to leave, and now we're all fucked. Anyway, who's got water?
Yeah, no, the only part of that movie that truly didn't make sense to me is the fact that he told anybody that.
What do you think happened? I don't know. It could have been anything.
Aliens, nuclear stuff.
Yeah, or the Russians were working on a thing. I heard.
Batman Subway.
Right.
$10 footlongs. Dude, Okay, my conclusion easily, World's End is absolutely a must-see.
Oh yeah, even if you don't need to commit to the Cornetto trilogy. You don't have to watch Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz first. I still put them both as must-sees, but by itself, on its own, World's End is a phenomenal must-see flick, hands down.
No argument, no ability to argue it. I had too much fun. The writing was too intelligent. The performances were great. The fight scenes were good. They were shot and choreographed very, very well, But there were moments where like somebody was supposed to fall forward, but instead you could literally see you could see them like slowing themselves down in their core to make sure they didn't like hit too hard.
I missed that.
It was one very particular shot where Simon Pegg like turns over and then he has to lean over like down, like over the bar to prevent like getting hit or something like that. But you can see how much he's kind of like protecting himself as he's going down. And that was 2 seconds before I said, okay, it's almost it's like Jackie Chan, but it's like, because I said, I was like, I gotta sing praise to these comedy actors doing these stunts. It's really good. But
right,
you know.
And you know what? I have an actual fifth thing that I forgot that you just reminded me of. The scene where Gary is trying to drink a beer in the middle of the fight.
Oh, it gets knocked out. It's just like God, like and getting so mad. Yes.
Every time he's about to take a drink of the beer, somebody hits him, tackles him or something. Some of the beer spills. Oh, there's still some left. I'll try again. Nope, tackled again until finally the last spill happens and the glass is empty and he's just like, "That's it." Smashes it and then joins the fight.
Okay, I gotta go one more then too. All the like. Anytime Oman's sister said crumbs.
Oh, yeah, that was adorable. I love that, too. Yeah, that was a great...
Like, yeah, no, that was like a heart melting every time she did. I was like, "Aww."
Yeah.
Like, that is the cutest little... Like, that is... Like, what is this?
The most random, nonsensical little character choice that you could have ever thrown in and just was amazing. Unforgettable. Loved it every time it happened.
And the character continuity... to where she got lost in the roundabout, and that's how she winds up at the end of the movie.
I know, right? You came back for us. I got lost in the roundabout, but get in the car.
No, dude, this might be the most tightly, perfectly well-written movie I have ever seen. Like, it was... The fact that I caught this much, and I still doubt that I caught... There's no... Like, there's... I have no idea how much I missed, but I still feel like it was so much. No, you're right. This one belongs in a museum. When I went to like some of the internet guys, because I can't find the one in number 8, so I went to the internet and I went to watch some videos, and I just skipped. I was like, no, just
show me number 8. Yeah,
that was it. This is the only one I cared about. I can't find it.
So no one's been able to find 8 or
no.
Or... Wow. Okay.
So I'm mad. So like I went
challenge.
through, I watched the scene. I was like, is it in Roman numerals somewhere? Like, is it 4 times 2 maybe? Like, am I trying to find 8 people standing in a particular way? Like, this puzzle is killing me. I can't find anybody.
I'm sitting here like I'm even like trying to remember some of the scene, like where are the places it can, like I even thought when she mentioned the guy has been dead, like and I was like, oh, did he die 8 years ago? Then I remembered the scene. I'm like, nope, he died 7 years ago. Fuck.
Like, yeah, no, it's I'm gonna have to try again. Like damn it. Like, I'm sitting here trying to think of the movie to bring next week. But at the same time, I'm just thinking about watching The World's End again. So what do you have for me for next week? Are you you got another trilogy to start?
I came up with a lot of duels. That's the thing. It's like there were a lot of trilogies that I had in mind, and I was like, oh, well, these 2 movies match. I just got to find a third one to go with it, and I could never find that third one. So I'm thinking my trilogy plan here may be dead after lunch. I couldn't even get a trilogy of trilogies. But what I did think of, I can try my almost trilogy, which would be, if we were to start it off with, I was going to say, I was trying to find a trilogy of Tom Hanks buddy cop movies. I have 2. I could not find the third. I think he's only done 2.
Turner and Hooch.
And that's what I got. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Wait,
Have you seen
what
those?
about Joe versus the volcano?
That's not a buddy cop movie.
I've never seen it, so I didn't know.
Okay. Not. You know, I might revisit that film because I remember being thoroughly confused by it and not finding it funny at all. But
Okay.
I was also like 11 when it came out, so I don't know. My parents didn't like it
I
either,
said,
so it may not have been an age thing.
I was gonna do this last week, but we went with Be Cool instead. So instead of one that was just I liked, we're going with kind of one of the classics. We're going with Car Wash.
Car Wash, right? You did mention Car Wash. Yeah, okay, all right. Car Wash.
I believe the 1975 blaxploitation film.
Right. Oh, you know what? Instead of, I'll tell you what.
76.
Here's how I will round out my trilogy of trilogies. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the movie we talked about before that was supposed to be the first movie in a trilogy, but the other two never got made. And that is John Carpenter's In the Mouth of Madness.
Right, you did mention something about this.
Yes.
Am I excited for this or am I dreading this?
I think you might be excited for it.
Okay, all right, cool.
Because like I said before, John Carpenter's the thing about John Carpenter is that the first act of his movies is always the best movie you've ever seen, and then it goes downhill from there.
I thought you were going to say something about The Thing, like the movie.
No, I have thoughts on whether or not that should even be counted as a John Carpenter movie, but that's for another day.
Okay, all right. That sounds like a good conversation for next week then.
Okay, yeah. But yes, In the Mouth of Madness is the first of a trilogy, so it is the entire first act. The whole movie is one big first act.
So it's probably really good then, yeah.
Yeah. The only drawback is that it ends very abruptly, and there is no more because the other two movies never got made. But up until that ending, oh, we are in for a ride, my friend. So Car Wash and In the Mouth of Madness.
Car Wash and In the Mouth of Madness. Now, here's the thing about Car Wash. I saw it when I was 13.
Oh,
and
we're going there. Okay.
Yes. So there's a lot about this movie that one, I didn't understand. And two, I was hanging out with like 5 friends who would not shut the hell up. So there's a lot about this movie that I just don't remember.
Well, and here's a question. When you saw it, did you see it on VHS or did you see it on broadcast TV?
Oh, I saw it on VHS.
Okay. All right. Because that would have
I don't think they broadcasted that one, man.
See, that's the thing. You never know. There are movies that I saw on broadcast TV that I did not know just how raunchy they would get until I went and rented the VHS. And then I'm like, whoa. I have never seen this before. What's going on? Sorry, Mom.
No. Trust me. The language in this was not on broadcast cable.
Gotcha. Okay.
I promise that much.
Okay. All right.
No, but like
Should be interesting
I said,
then.
like nobody would shut up, and it was right at that, like we were all like, no, I was 13, my friends were 15, and like.
So this was a party movie moment but with a movie you think should not have been a party movie. You should have been watching it. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
interesting.
No, these guys were treating it like a party movie, but you've kind of seen me when I am tuned into like, oh no, this is the good stuff. Yeah. That is the moment everybody needs to shut up. I was back visiting North Dakota and I was hanging out with all my family and all this, and nobody would shut up while we were watching this movie. And finally, I paused the movie and I explained, I don't know when my favorite movie is going to change. I don't know if I just sat down to watch my new favorite movie. Right. I am not going to know if this is my new favorite movie unless you all shut up.
Right, yeah. Yep.
Apparently, that worked better than anything any member of my family had ever tried. I'm like,
wow. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. No. See, I was never that. Like I remember having tense moments with roommates because I had told them, I was like, yeah, so if we're going to be gathering together to watch a movie or a TV show or something like that, these 3 people are not invited. If you invite them, I'm out, because they never fucking shut up. And I can't do that. And it was like, no, but they're our friends and we like da-da-da. I'm like, fine, you can hang out with them. I am not going to be there for it.
No, because that's the thing. Like, there are movies that we have watched that we could do reaction videos to. Then there are the movies that we have watched that I think I've gone like an hour and a half and barely breathed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Children of Men.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. No, I think I actually stopped breathing at the end of that movie. Like that. Oh, I got to watch that one again. That was...
That would be a fun one to revisit. I haven't watched that one since it came out.
Same. Yep.
Wow, yeah. No, it's yeah, but like when I'm watching, like if I'm watching a movie and I am not like, if I'm in it, no, leave me the hell alone. I had to, like 2 of my best friends, both of them, I would love going to movies with them. I could not go to movies with both of them.
Okay. Right. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
They loved both of them so much, so dearly. Would have ended a friendship with both of them in the middle of that movie just to shut them up. And then there's my other buddy that like he loves movies, he don't get movies. And also is like his sense of humor and like his delivery is like the most awkward thing. We went to go see The Punisher, me, him, and one of my other buddies. And the first thing that he said when we got out of there is he looked at my buddy and went, "I'm gonna punish you." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" Like, a little tone deaf there, buddy.
Right, yeah. Like, say it a little slower, why don't you?
The fact that you said that with an insidious voice made it a little bit ooh.
Right.
All right.
Did you ever see Sleepers? This is a movie that kind of disappeared. No one's ever talked about, but I remember it was a Brad Pitt movie, like early days of his career. I think it was like
where he played the Irish terrorist.
No.
Oh.
Nope. That's I can't remember the name of that one. No, Sleepers, he plays a lawyer.
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay. That was a movie, like, not just dead quiet. Like, I saw it in the theater, not just dead quiet during the movie, but I saw it with like 2 other friends. We didn't say a word to each other for like a half hour after. We walked out of the movie theater in silence, drove home in silence. Like,
it was that good?
Yeah. And that hard hitting. Like, I'm surprised no one's talked about this movie more, because it's a Brad Pitt movie early in Brad Pitt career, after 12 Monkeys. And yeah, like I walked out of the theater going, wow.
I've never seen it. I'd be willing to
okay.
check it out.
I will put that on the list. Yeah.
All right. So next week it's Car Wash and In the Mouth of Madness?
In the Mouth of Madness, yes.
All right. And we'll be back on 7 p.m. Mountain Time next Wednesday. From now until then, stay safe and stay sane.
Live long and prosper, and say hi to your mom for me.